live. This is the Irish podcast, episode 52. I am the Titanfall Princess. This is, once again, the Irish podcast. But enough about me. We're going to have the panel introduce themselves. Unfortunately, everybody's not here. Fatal, he got lost. He lost at the sea. At sea.
He's lost at sea.
Yeah, he's lost at sea. That's exactly where he is. He's lost at sea.
Yeah.
So let's do the introduction. Let's start out. Go ahead.
Well, y'all know me, man. I'm Rambo, at Rambo's Corner on Twitter. So just come check me out there, and let's get talking about these games.
Okay. Go ahead, Jordan.
It's your Nova Jordan Dizzle here, and yeah, let's get this thing popping.
Okay. Frozen.
Hello.
That's it. Well, it's different. He's different than last time, so that's good. That's good. He's changing it up. That's good. Okay, now, so before we get into any topics, we all know that there's been a lot of beef going on around YouTube. And whether we admit it or not, we're all entertained by it in some way, okay? I just don't like when things become connected to the podcast, okay? I don't like that. So based off of some screenshots I've been sent, and also just personally talking to a few people, Jordan, the first thing, this is for you. The first thing, I'm going to tell you is I do trolling videos at times, especially in the past when I was pissing, everyone off, but I don't promote trolling. Okay. Especially because my thing is I try to promote and support, everybody on the podcast. I watch like Frozen's videos and watch Rambo's reviews which he hasn't done in a little while, of course.
Yeah.
But of course, Jordan, I also have to stick up for, I also have stuck up for you many times, but just not right now. I can't do that because of what's been going on. Okay. So I need to know from you what's going on with all this Drake Cord stuff and the whole Jack Move stuff. I mean, because it's being connected to me now. But the one other thing I want to say is I noticed that you go in one chat, okay, and when somebody's doing live and you're talking nice to them, but behind their back you're saying other stuff. I don't want that to be connected to the podcast. We don't want to bring the podcast down.
No.
So you gotta let me know what's going on.
That's not okay. The thing with Jack Move is that I said something dumb to Jack. In Dave's Had Enough live stream. I called him a wealthy. So after that, I separated myself from Dave because he kind of rubbed me off, that way, and I felt like it wasn't in my nature that I would go off on a homie like Jack Move. That was uncalled for, and I wish I could have took it back, but by the time I apologized, it was too late, But Jack, if you are listening, man, I'm terribly sorry that I've done this to you. It wasn't ill faith towards you, man. I mean, I still love you as a friend, man. I hope you understand, and I hope we can be friends again. That was just foolish of me, trying to say that, but I mean, I'm just and the whole thing with Drake Lord is it's like I was on Jimmy's side on the argument because I got jumped by on a few people yeah, but Rez told me it was Draco that did it, and it led to some people threatening me, harassing me on Twitter. And all of a sudden they said, "Well, we got your info. You want to get DDoS?" I'm like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Hold on, like, I'm not part of this. I wasn't trying to be part of this, but I mean, I was trying to fit into the situation where I didn't belong. And for some reason, I end up being paranoid and, going off, and all of a sudden it turned into that. And I didn't mean it to turn into that. So I had to block certain individuals because it was getting to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. I just couldn't take it. And when I couldn't take it, I just stopped speaking with those individuals because, every time I'd be in the chat, these individuals would use fear tactics on me and try to say, "Oh, we gotta post your info on Reddit or 4chan or something like that." And it's like, no, it's like it's been hectic for me, and I just want to get the monkey off my back. That's what I always wanted to do, is just get the monkey off my back, and people stop saying that I'm trolling, which I'm not. So that's all I have to say.
Okay. Well, I just wanted you to explain yourself so that everybody understands what's going
Yeah,
on. So let
I
people hear what's
I
going
know.
on. I just want you to
So
just be careful on what you do, because it can affect the podcast or the people on the podcast. So
right,
that's all, that's all I'm saying. But I wanted you to have an opportunity to explain yourself in case people didn't understand. Um, and if you
yeah,
wanted to make any apologies, which is what you did, that you could do that. I wanted you to have the floor to be able to do that.
yeah. I did. I shouldn't have said that in the first place. I hope the cast forgives me for this. I hope y'all forgive me.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
yeah. No, I understand that, but we just can't. You just got to watch what you do when you're
Yeah,
involved with a podcast and other people. That's
right,
that's all I'm
exactly.
trying to explain to you. You just got to be very careful,
Yeah,
of what you say and or how you say it.
right.
Even if you're joking with somebody, be careful what you do, because it could backfire on you
Yeah,
or
it
on
did.
somebody on the podcast. And most times they're going to come at me because I'm the host. So, you know,
Yeah, I
and I just
understand.
don't want no backlash. That's all. All right. So we'll move on now. We're going to move
Okay.
on. Okay. To, excuse me. Sea of Thieves. Okay. So I played the game. I did play this game. I said I wasn't going to, but I did. Okay. I put up a little thing on YouTube. Okay. But it just wasn't for me, guys. It wasn't for me. But I still see that it does have potential if Rare can do it. If they could put other stuff in there, it needs more. Okay,
Oh yeah.
it definitely does. Okay, and to be fair, you do have to know how to sail and angle your sails and do all that. Okay, you can load cannonballs and search for things, which I did. I fought some skeletons and I tried to chase the chickens, but that's part of the thing that got me mad, because the chicken now what chickens run in the water and start swimming and clucking in the water like they're walking on land. Okay, that kind of bothered me. And the pig too. Now what pig goes running in the water, oinking, okay, and then runs back out oinking, okay, and like he's walking on land, okay? Those things kind of irritated me, but that's
Yeah.
besides the point, okay? I thought now I did think that the music, I have to say, when it comes to music with Rare, they do excellent music. The music in that
Mhm.
game was good, okay? The sound was excellent. The water graphics are even nice. I like the water graphics, and I dove under, and I like what I saw under the water. The land parts, I tried to shovel and dig, and it that sand looked like shit. I'm sorry. Those part of the graphics were not good. Okay. I'm being honest. Okay. I'm being very honest. But to me, once again, the game, to me, is so bare bones that without actual friends, uh, th- like to be in a party chat with and talk to you during the game and to have fun with, it's incredibly boring. I did have some people on the boat with me, but and then they fucking sailed off without me on my own boat. They joined me and sailed off on my boat.
Dang.
Okay, I thought
Right.
that was stupid. Yeah. But in my opinion, it's also not worth $60. Okay.
No, it's
It's
like worth
it's
40.
it's not. It's not. And I can see why it was put on Game Pass day one. But the bigger issue I have surrounding Sea of Thieves, I hate to say it, is the Xbox community having a problem with Metacritic over this. Okay, and it seems that whenever a game gets a low score on Metacritic, people are butthurt over it.
Yeah.
It's like Metacritic is only good for them when it suits their narrative. So
Exactly.
that's exactly what it is. Okay. So,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts, guys, on Sea of Thieves, the game itself, and what are your thoughts on the Metacritic reviews? Okay, are the reviews reliable? Now, for me, I think what they gave them for this game was appropriate. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, but what are your guys' thoughts? Whoever wants to go first, go ahead. Take it away.
I just want to say I didn't know the game came out.
Oh shit.
No. To be honest, I'm just I don't really care about the game like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it came out. To be honest, I'm not trying to be funny either. I'm real serious. Like I seen a couple people on Twitter like screenshots and stuff, but like I didn't even know the game came out.
Yeah, it just came out. Yeah, a couple days ago.
I played the game on the alpha and the beta. It's basically, I haven't played the release yet, but from what I've seen, it's basically the exact same thing as what we saw during the alpha and the beta. Maybe a little bit more refined, but it seems like it should have launched with some additional content, or at least a roadmap of what type of content's gonna to be added later.
Right.
It just seems kind of like if you don't have friends to play with, you're going to be bored as hell.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate thing about these online only games, is that it seems like they all launch short on content, and then they progress later on. But it's just one of those things that games as a service really don't seem to be hitting that mark, in the very beginning. And I think it's going to, with it being an exclusive, makes it even harder because of the fact that it's only on one platform, so it doesn't actually have the chance to grow like these other multi-plats that are games as a service.
I agree 100%. It is, like I said, it is bare bones.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to an island, you go to one of these places, okay, you fight a couple skeletons, you got like a couple chickens running around, a pig or two or something, you pick up bananas, you could loot, but like find the bananas or whatever, but there's really not many people on the island. It's like there's not much to do. It just seems like, people run on and run off,
There's also a lot of people. There's also a lot of people trolling other people like that. Like I saw some streamers that were just hanging out on the island where you turn your shit in, waiting for solo sailors to come in and turn their shit in, and basically just kill them on their ship and take all their chests and turn them in for them.
Wow.
And that's another thing that Rare is going to have to work on, is a way to actually balance out this game to where the trolling doesn't really actually kill the player base really quick.
Yeah. I didn't see those, but yeah, that's an excellent point, because I didn't see that. Like I said,
isn't there supposed to be like more than one place to where you can turn stuff in at?
That I don't know. I mean, I just seen where they were hanging out on that one island. I was like, man, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were gonna do. If they only have the one island, then that's gonna be a real problem for like all the people that love to troll.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what because that's what they said, that you could be the antagonist and just go around and killing people, or the protagonist. You make your own story with it, which is kind of cool, but it's kind of not, because it's going to be more of the toxic part.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to make for a toxic online environment.
Yeah, people are just going to not want to play after a while.
Yeah, it's probably going to go into another, like fucking what's the name of that damn game with the dinosaurs?
Ark.
Ark, yeah.
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 If you ain't in it at the beginning, you're not part of the community when it first started. They're gonna all jump on you.
And that's crazy, because maybe somebody just is playing something else and they just didn't jump in right away. You know what I'm saying? But but you're right. The trolls in that game, like I had two people. I don't think they meant it, because when I got back on the ship, they were waving at me and dancing and doing whatever.
They
but
probably thought you had left somewhere.
They took my ship. They took my ship. They came my game, took my ship. That's what was funny. I'm sitting here going, yo, bitches, you took my ship. That's my ship. You joined my game. But
like for me,
was funny.
If I was playing it by myself, that'll be what I do. I wait till everybody goes on the island to go get a treasure, and I'll take their ship and go somewhere with it.
But I mean, I could see some people may have fun with this, but like I said, Rambo also said, there's a lot of content missing. There should be more. It's got to have more.
It should be. I think the way they made this game is so they can add on to it.
Oh yeah,
and bring it to you. I think they're going to come out with their first update for the game to add more stuff to it.
Yeah, but you know what?
Shortly.
Yeah, but you know what?
I think.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I mean, they put it on Game Pass, but if somebody would have bought this game, okay, you're talking a $60 game, which is like bare bones. Come on, I can't do that.
60? It's 60 for real? I thought they said it was going to be 40.
No.
I thought it was going to be 40.
No.
Yeah,
no, I heard it was 60.
Crazy.
I heard it was 60, so I'm not sure. I don't quote me on that. I heard it was 60.
Yeah, okay.
But even right now with $40, I'm sorry, it's so bare bones. They need to add so much to it. I wouldn't put out $40 up front for this game with what I've seen, what I've seen so far. Like I said, I took the Game Pass and I utilized it. I tried it, and it was like for an hour almost. It wasn't like a 5-minute thing. I put up, some clips online and shit. I did a little troll on that. People were laughing for my title.
I know when me and my homeboys were in the alpha, me and the guys that I used to be in the military with, we all loved it. And if it wasn't for our schedule, we'd all get it because we had a blast with it during the alpha phase. And I think I said it before. If it wasn't for my work schedule and me only having like one guaranteed day off a week, I would invest in this game because I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep this game going for a while. I would get it,
right,
if it wasn't be for mine. But I just can't invest the time in it, especially with all these games getting ready to come out this summer. From now, starting with God of War all the way into the end of the year.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But listen, like I said, I see it having potential. I really do. I'm not going to go as far as saying, that it's, it doesn't, because that'd be a lie. It does have potential. It's just not, from what I see, it's not for me. I tried it for like I said, about an hour, maybe a little longer. And I just can't see myself getting into the game. Now, like I said, maybe if I was, I don't know, maybe I could have a little fun if I was playing with, people that I know, like Bear and shit like that. Yeah. Craig, and sick humor and those type, and laughing and joking. Maybe I could get into it a little bit more, but I can't see myself playing it for hours on end. Like Bear, he was up. He started the night before and was up until 7 o'clock in the morning playing it.
Oh yeah, because you said that on the Tuesday podcast.
Yeah,
but how?
And he got early. He got it early because
New Zealand or something.
Yeah, he signed into another country. Yep.
Yeah, so he can get it started early.
Yep, he signed into another country and was able to get it. I don't know if it was Australia or Austria or somewhere over there, and he signed in with an English language, and he did that. And
how do you play this game that long? I mean, it's actually just there's not much to do.
Yeah,
they sailed around for hours.
He's been playing it as a group.
Okay, so because
when you play it, if you play it by yourself, you won't be playing it. Yeah. If you play it by yourself, you're only gonna get like 30 minutes to an hour out of that top.
Yeah, you're gonna be turning it off really quick.
Yeah, he was playing with Ian and Sick Humor and somebody else. He was playing with, so they were actually doing. In fact, Sick actually he was.
And Craig. I think he said he was playing with Craig.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Craig a little bit too. Yeah, Craig too.
Yeah.
In fact, that's what he's doing now. He's missing the podcast. He's because I scrolled through and I was like, I bet you he's and it popped up on my screen. And I was like, there's some bitches lost at sea. I mean, goddamn.
Hey, Garuda, I don't think that they actually are going to ruin a pirate game. I think that, like we all said, like the launch was just terrible. These games of services always launch basically empty.
Yep.
And then they grow in time, but it's just kind of unnecessary to launch this empty.
Should have put
but
in game preview, man.
Yeah,
Now, can I
it's
say
gonna
something?
grow, and I think that it'll be fine. But for right now, I mean, it just depends on how many people want to stick it out and give it a chance. It being on Game Pass actually makes it better than, because if it was a purchasable game and that's it, there wouldn't be community around later on. But now that it's on Game Pass, I think there's going to be some more people playing it still. So
They should put it in preview, man.
oh, they definitely should have put it in preview or just stuck it directly on Game Pass and that's it. Just so that way people can buy into it and let it slowly grow, rather than the way it's launching it as a game and people get, walking out of a store putting that in their console. They're going to be very disappointed if they don't know what that is.
Right.
Exactly. My other thing is I don't understand why, when they do games like this, why do they got to come out so bare boned? It kills the game up front.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're buying into the whole idea that this game will grow, like Rainbow Six Siege and all that. But the thing is, with it being an exclusive, you don't know how long Microsoft is going to fund it. You know what I mean? So that's just one of those I guess, decisions you got to weigh. But like I said, it being on Game Pass really actually helps this game a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think Reddit does support it.
I think Microsoft is gonna support it for a while, because I don't think if they didn't have any faith in this game,
they would have killed it.
As it being a service-based game like it is, they'd have been done killed it by now.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm hoping that it gets fun over time and it starts to grow, and because it's like like everybody said, it's a beautiful game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's definitely right up. I mean, just in Rare's cartoon form, graphics, and it looks pretty good. So I'm hoping that they actually support it good, and it gets built bigger over time.
Right.
My thing is, guys, is that it was in production for so long. It should have had a little bit more in it.
Yeah, it seems like they spent a lot of time on the graphics more so than they did the content. So maybe they actually have content I think it's
lineup
said that it's going to be coming out soon.
Maybe they have a lineup.
They're gonna have to dump something in it pretty quickly to keep people interested, I think.
It's kind of like No Man's Sky.
No, I mean,
I don't know about that.
I can't say the No Man's Sky because of the fact that Rare hasn't lied one time about what this game is.
Right.
And I mean, there's been plenty of opportunity for people to actually play this game and know exactly what this game's about for free. Right. So I don't see that actually being a thing. No Man's Sky was just nothing but a lie.
Yeah.
So,
but I want to say something. I mean, for the game, for what it is, it is fine. But coming in bare bones like that is kind of.
That's my only thing. It was in production for so long that it should have had. Just to me, it should have had a little bit more. There's one thing I will say: that girl pirate they got, she's fugly.
they're all pretty fugly, to say the truth, man.
Yeah, but no. But what I'm saying is, the guys,
even the black one on there.
Yeah,
that motherfucker is ugly as shit.
I mean, come on. I mean, I know they're supposed to look grungy and shit because those are pirates, and they always gotta see they don't wash. But I'll be goddamn, that bitch ain't fugly. God damn, shit. I was using her. And I'm like, God damn, I'm using this fugly ass bitch. I should use a fugly ass guy or something.
It'd be like, I'm glad it's in first person.
Yeah, no shit. I stare at that character all the time.
Damn. But anyway, any more thoughts on Sea of Thieves, guys?
Nah.
Not really. I don't have nothing to say because I don't play on Xbox.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I think this game was mostly meant for streamers.
Definitely. It's a streamer's paradise.
Yeah, especially podcasts that like to stream together. This game is a great format for y'all to get on and have fun and create content with this game.
That's true.
Even because I know you probably haven't played it long enough to be in any of the fucking typhoons that come through there.
No,
or even seeing the red moon at night. Oh man, that shit is, the game is crazy and beautiful at the same time.
Well, I said there are like I said, I even dove underwater. The underwater graphics were good, It was like, it's supposed to be. The water looked beautiful. I'm not gonna lie about that. I took pictures
that's
of.
Why the bots always talk about the water, because that shit is amazing.
The water is like so realistic.
Yeah.
Like
it was
Yeah,
beautiful.
I've never seen anything like it before as far as the water physics.
Yeah, I know, right? And then the selling part of that game is like actually taking stuff from actual sailing.
Yeah.
So like the physics of sailing in it is like actual physics on actual open sea.
Oh yeah. It's basically a selling simulator.
That's another cool part that I like about it.
I actually, you know what I did? You guys are going to laugh at me, but before people joined in, I was trying to do it by myself, because if I'm going to talk about the game, I want to play it a little bit, okay? So, I don't want people to say, well, TheTitanFallPrincess is stating her opinion and she didn't even play it. You know how people get. So I didn't want that to go there. So I decided let me download it. Let me get it, and let me play it for a little bit and see what my thoughts are initially. Okay, my first impressions. But I was putting up the sails. I was doing by myself, right? And the water was a little choppy. I turned my goddamn boat over. I turned my goddamn ship over, upside down.
Oh yeah, it's hard trying to do the big. There's a couple of people that I've seen streaming it that can sail the big ship by themselves, and it's crazy. I can't see how they do it.
Yeah.
There was one guy.
Much stuff to do by one person.
Yeah, there was one guy that was in there. He was running from the sails to the top to over here and the anchors and here. And I'm just watching him. Like when he joined the game, I'm just watching him. And then he put a note up telling people, can you do, fix the sails, or whatever. And so I went and did that or whatever. And then he was sailing. He was doing everything. So I let them, listen. You can sail where you want to go. Go ahead. And I'll go hang out. I took a nap on the deck while he was sailing. I didn't even go to the bed. I took a nap right on the deck. He said, go to sleep. So I lay down, went to sleep. And wait until we got to the island, got back up and did my thing. But it was easy. No, let me stop. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, now this is something I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a little while now, and it may surprise many people. Okay, and the topic is being burnt out from gaming, especially when you do gaming related content on YouTube. And to be honest, I have so many games to play at this point that I can try, but I'm really just waiting on one game I'm going to enjoy from beginning to end. And I feel like that, well, it'll be here next month. And we all know what that is. God of War. Okay.
Oh,
We all know what that is. Okay. So, but now this is a hobby. As fun as it is, it does take a toll on you mentally at times. And of course, since I'm a fighting game gamer, it really takes a lot for me to want to start a new game or dig deep into the gaming journalism at times. Okay, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I have the passion for it, but I feel like passion is tested by the day. Okay.
Yeah.
It really is. And then you have all the Twitter and YouTube trolls who I feel just take the fun out of the gaming. It really do.
Right.
What are your guys' experience with gaming? Okay. Do you actually get burnt out at all? Playing games, discussing gaming or whatever. Go ahead, take it away.
I'm actually kind of burnt out right now. I'm thinking about platinuming going back to the 3 God of Wars and platinuming them, and then when I get my PS4, I'll get on the catch up with the new God of War, cause lately I just haven't been feeling it as much as I used to, but it's just lately after I've been playing Pokemon for so long, it's just sometimes I need a break. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just gets monotonous, and sometimes I have to break away from it. Like every once in a while, I might pop in another game or something like that. Continue with that one. But sometimes I do take breaks between games because it gets very, very boring, like real quick, But you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes you get fatigued in gaming. It happens. You know, it happens to every gamer. You know, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I myself, I think this gen, I'm more burnt out with open world games, like these huge open world games. Like, I think it started with Wildlands. That I got burnt out with that. I still haven't beat it yet because after that came out, I had what I was waiting on freaking Shadow War, and I had been playing that for so long that as soon as I died, I was like, "Fuck this! I'm going to the next game." And it was also an open world game.
You couldn't get away from them, huh?
I couldn't run from them. So right now I'm back on PlayStation playing my single player straightforward games until God of War come out. Hopefully I don't get burnt out with them quick.
I don't think God of War.
It's not that they get boring. It's just traversing the world is where it gets tedious. Because I'm like, with open world games, I'm like real freaking OCD-ish. I have to get everything before I progress through the story. So I try to do all the side missions first.
Well, you know what? I try. You know, I do the same thing sometimes, and I think that's why sometimes I drive myself nuts because I try to like not forget nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
it gets you try to get everything on the first go. It gets tedious sometimes. I think that was what my problem was. This gen with open world games.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because I don't do that with Grand Theft Auto.
I do that with
Grand Theft Auto, I just run through the story.
Yeah. What about you, Frozen?
I agree. The open world stuff is getting kind of out there. It's a little too much, and especially if they can't get the open world game to run better. Like these open world games can't even run good. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Rambo?
I think more of my burnout comes from dealing with the crap online or whatever. Not so much the gaming itself, but just more of dealing with people online. So I usually play more of my shit like single player or by myself, so I don't really have to deal with most of the I guess the toxicity and all that stuff to get tired of that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't really look at it as getting tired of gaming. I think it's just more of getting tired of the same type of game over and over again.
Yeah.
It just seems like right now I'm playing Burnout Paradise, which that's a fun thing. It's an open world, and but it's a different type of open world than say Shadow of War and all the different Assassin's Creed Origins, all the same thing over and over again. It seems like they're just putting another person in the open world game and calling it a game. And so I'm getting tired of those, but that's one of the reasons why I game on PlayStation is because I look forward to those single player exclusives.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know what? I agree with you on that. With the open world stuff, because sometimes it can be a little bit much, but like you said, that burns me out. But the other thing that that burns me out is like you said, it's not so much. Sometimes it's gaming because I have so many games and I play so much, but it can be the people around you that ruin it, for you, like even when you're streaming, you got those trolls coming in and just trying, you're trying to talk to the chat while you're playing a game or doing something, and you got these trolls coming in acting a fool. You're trying to ignore them, but after a while, and they say some nasty ass shit, you got to block them, and that part is too much. It's just too much.
Yeah, it can take its toll on people.
Yeah. It does. I mean, last year, man, these people were, I mean, it's better this year, but last year, man, these people were out of control.
Yeah, you were constantly with them.
You know that, Rambo. I was constantly, people cussing me out, people calling me names, people telling me they're going to kill me, rape me, beat me, gut me, all this crazy shit. You know, after a while, it's just, it's, you know, it's not that, I mean, I'm not scared of these goddamn people or nothing. It's just that it's annoying. It's just, you're tired of hearing the same shit over and over again. People just fucking with you all the time. And for no reason. Because I'm a gamer. Why, you mad because I'm a better gamer than you are? Or I got more games than you? Is that the problem? You jealous? I don't know what the deal is. You know, but, you know, those things, you know, burn you out. They do. Especially when you're deep involved in gaming like we are.
Right.
You know, it'll get to you. It'll definitely get to you. So, all right. Well, let's move on then to all right. The final thing that I was going to talk about, because I didn't have a lot of topics tonight, is that I wanted to discuss God of War. Now, I know I discussed a little bit of this on Tuesday, and I'm also aware that people are personally avoiding any footage of it as to not to spoil it for themselves. Okay. But I didn't feel like the footage I saw really spoiled anything, because they kind of skipped around, showed you here and there. Okay. And what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Oh shit. Damn, I lost my train of thought. That's because I still got this cold and shit. It didn't spoil, you know, the footage really didn't spoil anything for me. I think it gave you a look at some of the gameplay, you know, some of the gameplay, and I'm sure, and I have a feeling, I'm sure there's going to be more weapons and more moves. Okay. So what are your guys' thoughts on God of War? What you know of it, what you've seen? And by the way, welcome, Craig. You're late, but that's okay. Late.
I apologize. I had to help my neighbor, who was a very nice-looking brunette, mount.
What is your other half going to say? What is your other half going to say?
Well, I mean, I had to help her mount a TV. She's going to have to get over it. She got a good deal. I told her about the TV. She went and bought it. She was like, well, Craig, they don't have a stand for it. And I'm like, well, then we're going to have to mount it. So that's what I was doing. I apologize. So, but how's everybody doing? Right. I've been listening.
Okay. You were mounted a TV. All right. Mm-hmm. Like the story. Never mind. I ain't going to go there.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go there, but you took it there. See that? Now, yeah. We were talking about, just so you know, we talked a little bit about Sea of Thieves. You know, my impressions of it. I did play it. I did break down and play it today.
Oh, okay. What'd you think?
Not for me.
Yeah.
Go on YouTube. You'll hear my thoughts.
Okay. But do you think there's enough there for, this is a new IP? Do you feel there's enough there for them to build something?
I think it has potential. I think they can do something with it. Yes, I'm not going to lie about that. I said that earlier. I think it does have potential. I just think that with all the time that they had to put this together and get the game out, that they should have had a little bit more, and then they could have added the other stuff later on. But they should have had a little bit more in it than what was in it.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more than what they have. Yes. But like I said, you know, I was getting a kick out of, you know, I was chasing the chickens, okay, and they were. No, but listen, Craig, I was not only chasing them, but they were running in the water, clucking in the water, running around like they were still on land. Okay, the pig did the same thing. I was chasing the pig too, trying to catch the pig. He did the same thing. He was running in the water. Now what?
I found a black pig, but I didn't want to catch him because I emancipated him. I'm like, you're free. You.
What I'm saying is,
oh damn!
What pig and chicken do you know run in the water? They don't run in the water like that. They cluck around and do all. I was like, but now I will say the water.
Yeah.
I love the way the water looks. I'm not gonna lie about that. I love the way I love the graphics under the water, because I did dive down and check that out. That looked great. The music is great.
Yeah.
The sky was beautiful. Some of the land features, like the sand, that needs a little work, because I was trying to dig and it looked like It was just funny. It was just, I was actually laughing. It was just funny. You missed it before. I was telling them, I got in by myself because I wanted to try it. And I put up my sails and did all that. But guess what? I turned over my boat.
I did that too. Then there was Aquaman. Aquaman gave me a boat. So
and then I did have 2 people join me, and we went to our first place. And the son of a bitch just took off. They joined my game and took off in my boat.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's why it's called.
Left my ass stranded.
Yeah, they stole your boat. That was my whole thing. Was that, well, I need to be a thief, and I have not stole anything. I mean, we dug stuff up. We found some wild animals, and killed some skeletons again. I mean, the skeleton's already dead. You got to kill it twice. You know.
Yeah,
so
I did. I did kill some skeletons. Yeah, I did do that.
Yeah.
You know what? Before we go on to the God of War, there's one thing that would be excellent if they put this in this game, and nobody will ever expect it. And I'm going to be the first to say it. If they somewhere down the line add it in where you run into Spinal.
Yeah, that'd be different. What about that?
You got skeletons in there. Spinal, you fight with him, okay? Put him in there as one of the characters, and he's sitting there going, and all that bullshit like he does. You know what I'm saying? That would be excellent. You go to an island, run into fucking Spinal. He's a pirate, a dead pirate.
I think Spinal's backstory, he was one of those most devastating fucking pirates back in his day.
Yeah, but that would be perfect for them to put that in there.
See, Forbes ripped it. I don't know if you saw those reviews.
Oh yeah, they killed it. Yeah.
Yeah, basically said play Skull and Bones. Yeah, they basically said just wait on Skull and Bones or play Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Yeah, they said it was 10% of it was 10% of a finished game.
Yeah. So I was nice too. I gave it a 6.5 because it's just like No Man's Sky. If they add more stuff to it, it'll be fine. But they do that quick. You know, they've got to do that real quick.
Exactly, because people are going to lose interest.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know. Because I mean, what can you add in No Man's Sky?
They added a bunch of stuff in No Man's Sky. It took them time.
I mean, what did they add? Because I haven't touched No Man's Sky since like a week after it came out.
Yeah, well, I mean, they added more ships. They added more elements to build more things. They added they added a lot. I mean, they make it
to where the ship fighting, when you do battles in the ship, to where it's easy, where you can lock on to another ship, or do you still have to chase these?
Well, that I don't know.
You go.
Yeah, locking on, that's easy. But Hello Games, remember they opened that game. They said, okay, it's not finished yet. We're going to still add more stuff to it. To their credit, they have. Hopefully Rare, much bigger studio, does the same thing. So, but it's just like No Man's Sky. You know, it's open world, MMO, very similar. I mean, I'm not knocking the game. I think it has potential. But like Nancy's saying, they got to start adding stuff because people will lose interest in it quick.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Except for Bear. Except for Bear, because that's right now. No, Craig, he's lost at sea right now. He's lost at sea. I even sent him a message. I sent him a message. He ain't got no connection out there, so I guess he's lost and he can't get my message. I gotta send a message in a bottle. Maybe I should send a message in a bottle.
They've been playing him, Ian. Shout out to those guys. Sick Humor. They had a stream. I think they went like 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
On it. Yeah.
Wow.
So I joined that stream for about 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours. So it was, and I streamed it from something called Beam or Mixer, and we were able to put that, on YouTube. So, and people were looking at it and they were running it into the ground. Trash is terrible to be free to play. It's like, all right, I get it. I mean, are you all tired of beating the dead horse?
Yeah.
I mean,
we know
Microsoft,
already.
Hey, I told them Xbox is like that. Remember those little pill bugs when we were kids? You would find one and then it would roll up and you would just kind of play with
it.
Yeah.
That's what Xbox is at this point. It's a pill bug. I mean, you enjoy. It's a shame that people are going in on the game like that. But I thought there was enough there for them to build more. So if
as long as they do, it'd be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, Rambo. That's the $1 million. That's the $1 million. That's the 4K chicken question right there. Are they going to add
4K chicken?
Yeah. So, because I was thoroughly disappointed with the chicken, I was happy about the pig. That pig made my day. I'm like, oh, there's a pig on the owl, you know. So,
Oh, I couldn't catch the pig. I got mad. I just said, "Fuck it, let him run water." I just said, "Hell with the damn pig." I said, "Hell." He was a spotted. He was spotted though. He had some black spots on him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the spotted pig. I just had a pure black pig. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna take you out of here. You got emancipated. Ran off. So
yeah.
But what you say about God of War?
what I was saying was that people were I talked a little bit about it on Tuesday, and people were don't want to watch the footage because they don't want to spoil for themselves. But I watched a little bit of it. I didn't see much of a spoiler. I mean, they showed you a little bit about the axe, a little bit of the fighting aspect of it, with the sun and all that other stuff and things you can do. But I'm sure, that you could loot. They showed that, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot more weapons, a lot more moves that you can do, and a lot more other things. But so my other question is what are your guys' thoughts if you saw it, or don't you want to see it, and what's your thoughts on God of War coming out next month?
Well, I didn't take a look at it, but from what I'm hearing, it's like it's a totally different God of War approach. And the only thing that bothers me, I think that goes for everyone, is the kid though. The kid's kind of a little bit annoying. But I heard that it's kind of like it kind of plays out like The Last of Us, with Ellie and Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here, but in a different tone and setting. And what irks me is when people compare. Oh, it just looks like Skyrim. Well, duh, it's based on Norse mythology.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like both games are based on Norse mythology. Like, y'all need to understand that, because comparing two different uh, genres together is like no. I know Skyrim is based on Norse mythology also, but it's totally different. I mean, but that's what I have to say. I mean, I'm definitely getting the game, but I'm gonna platinum those three God of Wars first, and then move on to the new one. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, I'll just say real quick, what cracked me up about it was somebody did a video on it. I guess when Digital Foundry did their breakdown, I guess with the gameplay trailer, they did a breakdown of it, said it was checkerboard 4K. Somebody did a video and said, well, it's true 4K according to Microsoft's own words. It's true 4K. The X bots in the comment section went nuts. Like this doesn't count. Only Microsoft can do the 4K thing. They were going nuts. I mean, yeah. And I actually pulled the thing down from Xbox Wire. It was like, no, Microsoft considers checkerboard, dynamic, sparse rendering all 4K. They call it true 4K. I think it's stupid because it's not native. But okay, this is something that they made up, so they can say we have a 4K console. Fine. To me, it's not that big a deal. But they're going nuts tonight, allegedly, over Assassin's Creed Rogue because the texture pack on the X and the pack on the Pro is pretty much the same thing. There's like no difference, and they're going crazy like in the comment section. And but yeah, it looks
about God of War?
No, about Assassin's Creed Rogue. That game is out, and Digital Foundry has tested it, and the Pro version and the X version, like I said, is pretty much the same according to Digital Foundry. And so there's people in the comment section, not everybody, but there's people in the comment section just going, they're going crazy. And but yeah, I'll buy God of War because if you watch a 2.5 minute video, apparently on MLB The Show with Aaron Judd, you get a code for 20% off your next PSN, your purchase in the store. So my purchase, once I find that video, I'm going to grab God of War and cancel it at I think I reserved it at Best Buy. Yeah, I reserved it.
Oh, you don't have the gaming rewards unlocked?
Wait, say that again. You get what credit if you find what?
ML allegedly it was on PlayStation Lifestyle.
Yeah,
it's
called live.playstation.
Yeah.
Live.playstation.com, and you can go to the game section and go to MLB The Show 18, and then you'll see a little thing at the bottom on the right hand side that says Quest. You go down there and you scroll through the quest, and you'll see it's towards the bottom of the quest. It'll be a watch this video, and you just basically click the link in that quest and watch the video for like 20. It's like a 10-minute video, and then you get a 20% off code for anything off in the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right.
So once I find it, mine will be God of War.
Oh, it's off anything in the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, if it's a 20% discount, if it's just a 20% discount on God of War, then you might as well just continue to get it at Best Buy, because you get 20% off if you got the Game Rewards unlocked. Any new game, any brand new game, you can get for 20% off if you have Best Buy's Game Rewards unlocked.
Oh yeah,
that's where I buy all my games from, because I get them for like $40-something.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, that's a good point. I need to go ahead and join that, because I think
it's definitely worth it, man.
Become Human and Cooney too. I'm gonna grab both those. So
yeah.
So yeah, I'll look into joining that. But
I think it's 30. It's like $30 for a year, for 2 years, My bad. $30 for 2 years.
That's not bad.
It's well worth it. Yeah, it's well worth it.
Oh yeah,
you make money back off your first pay, straight off your first buy.
It's 20%. It's 20% off any game, and they actually also price match any other competitor's ad, like online.
Any brand new. So it don't matter what time it came off, as long as it's a brand new game, not the used one.
Yeah, you don't get it off the used one, but you definitely off any new game.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's not bad.
Like a $29.99 game will end up being like $21.99.
Yeah. I've been in that since day one.
Oh yeah, me
too. I
haven't
complained about it yet.
No, it's awesome. Medieval Collector's Editions too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Collector's Edition stuff is where it comes in handy.
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt. Because that stuff can get up there in price. So yeah.
And then not to mention, like, you also get like points back on your purchases. So I've gotten like last year, I think I got about $500 in rewards from the Gamers Club Unlocked, where I can just go down, turn around, and spend that in the store.
Oh yeah.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
I spend so much money at Best Buy. I have like over 35,000 points in Best Buy rewards. Yeah. So the only time I use those points is when a new system come out. I get the system for free.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's smart. That's smart.
I use the points for that.
That's a smart idea though. So that way you don't have to put that money out of your pocket. Yeah. No, that's smart. That's a very smart move to save them instead of using them on games and stuff.
The only thing I actually paid for was the PC that I bought and the Oculus. That's the only thing I spent the actual money on.
Okay.
Everything else, every other system, I basically used points for it. Like the first Xbox when it came out, the first PlayStation when it came out, and then the X when it came out. So.
No, but that's good because you don't have to put that money out of your pocket, and that's and you're buying your games, you're getting discounts on them already. Plus, you're earning rewards. You're earning rewards so that you can either use them towards a game or a new system, which is a good deal. Especially if you get your system for free. You're talking like $400 plus tax, $500 plus tax, or whatever, $600 plus tax, whatever. That saves you a lot of money right there, especially putting it out at one time.
Yeah. The only thing I actually pay for is like the insurance, the black tie insurance on that, and that's like $80 some dollars or $70 some dollars for 2 years of black tie protection.
Oh, okay.
So like if I had walked out and dropped it and the thing didn't work, I can bring it back the next day or that night and get a brand new one. They'll take that one back and give me a new one.
Well, that's not a bad deal because, like you said, you get your system for free. You're only paying for a 2-year. You're paying for like a 2-year warranty.
Yeah.
For $80, that's nothing. That's nothing. And you know, that's a good deal because even if you drop it at home or something, you got a 2-year warranty. You take it back. It's there. I don't know what happened.
Or if you one of those unlucky few where it conks out after 3 days, you can't play any game. You get that one defective one. You take it back and get you a new one.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Especially, you know, because some people, it's even a 30-day thing. Some people, it's like, you know, 90 days or 6 months, and then all of a sudden they say this shit don't work. You know, but one thing people got to stop doing, and I see it a lot, and then they say that shit don't work. Stop putting your shit on the carpet.
Oh yeah, I don't know why they do that anyway.
What is wrong with your asses? You can't put on. It's overheating, or my game's over. Because you got it on the goddamn carpet. That's like having a heater and throwing a towel over it and saying, "Oh, well, it overheated." Of course. You put it on a carpet. It has to vent out. You can't put a console on a carpet. No. I think the only console that you could have put on a carpet was a goddamn GameCube because that you could toss around.
You don't know
you
what
could throw that shit around.
About. That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
No, I saw somebody online doing that shit and saying, "Well, my shit don't work."
Oh,
and you posted it, you showed it. It's on the carpet. You got it on the floor, on a carpet.
Retarded.
Yeah, both the Pro and the X can sit on its side. I think. I know my X is right now.
It's the Pro can too.
Yeah, but you got these people are laying them flat on a goddamn carpet.
Oh well,
that's just dumb.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, come on.
You don't deserve to own a console if you're doing it that way.
Exactly. You can't go like you know go to Walmart and buy you buy 2 of those little stands. You know just buy a little folding table or some shit and put it on there.
Yeah,
you know those little snack tables or something.
Put it in a fold up chair. Right
now. Fold up chair, whatever. If you can afford a console, you can afford to put it. If you're gonna pay that much for a console, you should be able to afford to put it on something and take care of it.
Yeah.
Don't go blaming the console. It's the console's fault. Oh, I got a faulty console. No, you got your shit on the floor, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Come on.
You're right about that. That's a good point. I see you don't have it. Did you all talk about the? Well, you may not have. Did you all talk about the MPD? I see where.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I saw where 1.8 and 4.2 T-flops once again outsold 6 T-flops. So I think we can put this to bed that the power thing didn't matter at all. It's price. It's price. You know. So but I
don't know why they thought why the power thing was going to be such a big deal this late in the game.
Yeah.
It may be important that first part of the generation, but I think once you get to the 30th month, it's over. You know where we're at is where we're at. So, but I was actually surprised that the X within its launch window did not win any MPD. It either lost to the PlayStation or it lost to the Switch. So it's.
Well, I kind of figured the way they probably would have won if Nintendo didn't merge their freaking handheld and home console into one.
Yeah.
If they had did that, I'm pretty sure the X would have won that one MPD. But since Nintendo did that, it was kind of a hang it up then.
I hate to say it, I don't. Even if they didn't do that, I still can't see them winning MPD though. Only because
they would have won. If they would have, well, yeah, they would have.
Honestly, I can't because
it probably would have been close. It probably would have been closer than what it was. But I think they would have. I think they would have won by 100,000 or so.
I don't know about that. Only because you can buy the shit, but what do you got to play on it besides?
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
I mean, you guys don't get me wrong. You have stuff, but I'm talking about AAAs, and I'm talking about stuff like that. Exclusives and all that.
Well, for the hardcore, yes, that's how we would think.
Yeah.
But the casuals don't really think that. Like they just look at it as shit, I can play fucking Call of Duty in 4K and all this, and 2K and 4K and all this. So I mean,
Oh, next they're gonna say we got a console that does 8K. Okay, ooh.
yeah,
That'll be the
that's
next one.
basically what's gonna happen.
Oh, we got
That's
now we
basically
got
what's
super
happening.
now we got superpower. We got 8K. We got 8K. Blow your eyes out. We're gonna blow your eyes out. Eyeballs out. Come on.
My eyeballs are melting.
I will say this about God of War. The developers, they really, and Sony's developers, they really are trying to knock Horizon Zero Dawn, competitively off that pedestal of best looking game, because they even the God of War developers said that they aimed for that, and they said that it took them a while on Digital Foundry to see the checkerboarding artifacts. They had to constantly
They using the Decima engine for that, right?
Huh?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so for God of War.
Not for God of War. I want to say engine they using because like God of War looks real good.
Oh yeah.
It looks real good.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that game. I mean, I have all these other games I could play, but it's right around the corner, and I'm like, it can't get here fast enough for me because I want to play that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I went out and got this Call of Duty remaster just to see if there was a huge difference, and it's been a while. I can't really see a big difference.
Yeah.
So, but it's been a while. So.
Yeah.
And
all right.
I know I've seen a lot of people talk about all they're doing is the sword and shield, and he ain't really gonna have many other weapons. But if you think back to all the other God of War trailers, all they really showed you was the chains of chaos during those trailers. So you're not going to really see any of the other weapons until you actually play the game. And I've noticed that when they do those God of War trailers, you only see his main weapons. Yeah, you only see his main weapons at the that you start out with at the beginning, and then during because they know most of the people are going to migrate back to the fucking original weapon anyway.
Yeah, they usually do. They usually do.
I'm really excited. I wonder if you're actually going to be fighting Odin in this one.
You could be fighting Hell. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. We'll know here in a few more weeks.
I
know, but
that's definitely going to be a day one for me.
It can't get here fast enough. I mean, honestly, I know it's what, the 20th it comes out. I think it is.
Yeah.
20th or the 23rd. One of them.
It's the 20th. It's 4/20.
Yeah, and it's just like I know it's right around the corner, but that is like a game I want to play now. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait no more. I want to play it now.
Yeah, I have the custom Pro and the Stonemason edition pre-ordered, so I'm definitely ready, man. I cannot wait. And I also have the digital deluxe already pre-ordered too. So
so you loaded.
Wow. Oh yeah, I'm waiting on that thing.
I think a lot of people are that are true God of War fans are really can't wait for this game. They really can't.
Myself.
I can't wait. Like I said, I'm getting that's like day one purchase for me. I mean, I'm that's mine. I'm getting it. I don't care if I get nothing else. I'm getting my God of War.
Yep.
I'm getting my God of War.
That is Detroit to you, I'm really excited for Detroit to you.
I can't wait for that either.
I love those. I love the Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. I hated I had to be get on my feminine side with that. I hate they had me fucking pick which one that she had to end up with. That was kind of gay, man. I don't know why they made it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, see, I don't like that shit. I don't like that. No.
I couldn't even say no to none of them. I had to pick one. I was like, oh.
You're like, God damn. No, but see, that's something. I'm sorry, but I know that shit goes on in life, but that's something I don't think should be in video games.
Oh man, I like that it is in video games because it definitely puts it in the I guess gives it a new perspective for the person that maybe not ever have experienced it in life.
Yeah.
And maybe lets them be a little bit more sympathetic or empathetic for people that actually are going through it. So I think it's definitely good that it actually touches on some serious subjects.
Well, I don't mind it touching on serious subjects, but you got to realize some kids play these games, okay? And parents don't know what's in them, okay? And a kid doesn't need to say, is that the way I'm supposed to be? And then, try to go out and experience it in real life.
Beyond Two Souls wasn't exactly like that. She had like some kind of relationship with either or. It was more like a friendly relationship that grew into a love for one or the other. But
but what I'm saying is, kids just don't need to be introduced to kids. Adults may get
it was rated mature. It was rated for mature. Now, if the parent is not actually, if the parent just goes out there and buys and don't ask questions, the parent can't make an argument saying the game shouldn't be like that. It's the parents' fault because they the one bought it for their child. The child can't go out there and buy it. Like all these accusations that games and children, all this violence and stuff that's in games shouldn't be exposed to children. Well, that child can't go out to the store and buy it if it's rated M.
True.
Yeah, it's also been proven it doesn't really affect the person on the other end of the game.
Yeah.
And it's also tests done that say it improves motor skills, reaction time for people. So I don't know why they were getting on this bandwagon of games is bad. We should fucking.
They've been doing that for years, man.
Yeah,
I don't know why they even.
I'm actually tired of hearing that. I'm tired of hearing that because even when fucking Trump said that shit, man, that pissed me off because you know what causes shit? The shit that's going on in the street that people should be cleaning up.
Talking about we need
gaming
to
actually
make a
keeps
rating
people
for
off the
it.
street. But am I right or wrong?
That we should have a rating system for games. I'm like, hello.
We already do.
ESRB. I mean, does that ring a bell?
Yep.
But that's what I'm saying though. It's retarded because they're saying this is what causes people to go out and be violent. No, it doesn't. If anything, gaming keeps kids off the street, especially when they're in areas that are fucked up. It keeps them in the house. I've had plenty of people, but I've been on streams with or whatever that says that was me. There was shit going around me. I stayed in my house and I played my PlayStation or whatever. It kept me off the streets. It kept me out of gangs. It kept me out of hanging out, doing dumb shit. It can keep your kid off the street.
Yeah.
Yes. Motor skills, it's good for, okay? Stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that it helps kids. It doesn't cause kids to go out and say, oh, well, I'm going to do that. In fact, me, when somebody pisses me off, instead of me taking it out on them and go put my ass in jail, I'll come home and play a fighting game. And pretend I'm looking at them. I'll pretend I'm fighting them. I'll picture their face and fuck them up. And I feel much better.
Yeah.
I feel much better. So that bullshit, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead. I was just rambling.
Well,
anyway. Go ahead.
I was about to say, it even came up at all from the White House, whatever you want to call it, is they were looking to move that story away from the NRA. But there are kids that left my city today. I mean, they covered it on the national news. They're going to Washington they'll be there tomorrow or Saturday. There's some big nationwide protest. And they were saying before they left, they said, look, they're just trying to distract us. We know what we're going to ask the politicians. And that's it. They're going to ask every politician not to take money from the NRA. And the ones that do, they're just going to make a list and they're going to make sure they don't vote for them because those kids will be voting the next time there's an election. A lot of those kids will come up for voting age.
But
16,
you know what?
17
I give these kids a lot of credit for going out and doing that.
Yeah.
And see, and they're trying to say that they got to have credit because they're trying to get shit right in this country at their young age. So people better get credit for what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, give them credit. They're staying active, and that's all you have to ask a politician. Will you not take money from this group? Yes or no? You just make it a yes or no question.
Yeah, I mean,
and then
yeah,
you move on. But yeah, they've But yeah, I mean, I certainly hope that that Rambo's right. There's a rating system, and people this Peggy 18 and all the rated M for mature, whatever you want to call it, and Last of Us, that's rated M. Detroit Become Human will be rated M. God of War possibly. I don't know if they're waiting on I don't know if it's rated yet, but it's it'd probably be rated M. So we'll have to wait and see.
But that's what I'm saying. They keep saying there's no rating systems. There are rating systems already.
Yeah, there are.
The rating system's been out for a while.
A long while.
Yeah.
I mean, look. All you have to do is look at the back of your box, and it tells you what the rating system is on it.
Yeah.
It's on the back of your game. So if somebody's
it was this one dude. I guess he was ex-military, and they were in I think it was CNN or one of those news stations where they were talking about the violence in video game and how it trains. It was this one dude that wrote a book. He used to be in the military.
Yeah,
and he was like, the Army uses video games, and I was like, dude, no, they don't. They actually go out to the field and train. I don't know where they got this dude. He must have been a Marine, because Marines are kind of loco. But he was freaking retarded. Everything he was saying was the dumbest stuff that ever came out of his mouth.
It was they only had,
I think, they now he is right on some aspects. They do have computer simulated stuff to where you'll get like actual feedback when you pull the trigger of the gun, and it's like a stream where people are like, it's some soldiers walking across the street.
Yeah, but it's actually
it's like playing duck hunt.
Yeah, but your gun that you're shooting is actually a full weighted gun too.
It's a gun with like some kind of stuff hooked up to it, to where you get that feedback when you pull the trigger.
Yeah,
that is not how we do training. The thing is, you only do that a certain amount of times out of your military career. Once. It's all you do that. I've only done it once.
And you would know.
You would know. The military. Yeah. And I was only once in the military since I had been in my 11 years in the military. I only did that once.
Wow, you're there 11 years already?
Yeah, I did 11 years.
Wow.
I got out as soon as I found out Trump was becoming president. But
it's good that everybody got their Xboxes, because with Trump announcing this tariff on China, the Xbox is made in China, and that's one of the items that very well may go up. Yeah. Well, yeah, parts of it are, yeah. And then the TV Hisense is made in China, and that's going to go up. And that friend of mine works at Best Buy, and they got an alert today at 5 o'clock that the Xbox probably will go up. They didn't know about the Sony PlayStation or the TV, but the Hisense TV and the Xbox were on that list to go up.
Well, I mean,
headphones, stuff like that, that may go up. So it's an alert. They don't know yet because China's got to retaliate. So
they got
right now, you go get it right now. You can get them right now, but when they retaliate, this stuff very well. I know the Hisense TVs are going to probably go up. So they feel pretty confident in that. So this FYI, go get your headsets, go get the TV, go get them.
Go get them now.
Go get them now. Yeah. So I know Samsung's TVs.
If not, what are you going to do? You're going to pay more money, right?
More money, yeah, for a little bit more.
Gonna pay a little bit more.
Yeah, you're gonna
I love when you do that.
Yeah, so so people know. That's why my neighbor went and got hers tonight. She's like, I'm gonna get one tonight. No stand, no remote control. So they were nice. That guy gave her a remote. Shout out to them. They gave her a remote control. This just craziness. So just people go get your TVs now. Go get them. Go get them now.
Yeah, right.
Well, I got the OLED on I got an LG OLED on Black Friday, and it's the
There you go.
best TV I ever had. That TV is so freaking beautiful on everything that you watch on there.
Yeah. That's and you can't go wrong. Shout out to J-Dub City. He said that's first thing he'll say, OLED. That's it. Yeah, well,
if you got the money to get an OLED, I promise you won't be disappointed. You will not be disappointed with that TV. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about PPR because my God, the TV's awesome. You know.
Oh my God. Like as soon as, like when I tell you, I hooked that X up the day after because I went to the midnight lunch at Best Buy and picked it up. When I tell you that when I put Call of Duty World War II in there, I noticed the difference off the rip because I had migrated from a 1080p plasma and moved to that 65-inch OLED, and my God, son, the difference is amazing. When I tell you, my God, and God is my witness, that is the best thing in life. My eyeballs melted off the rip. Lord have mercy.
Well,
I know. I think Sonny got some OLEDs too. The dude at Best Buy was like, because I was looking at the Sony OLED because I was gonna get a 75-inch, but the LG dude was like, when I asked him, he was like, "Well, do you want steak or do you want spam?" I want steak. I want the steak, but then get you this OLED LG type 2017 model. Right there. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's prime rib. All those the LGs, all of them are good. Yeah, those that LG TV, it doesn't even the color black. They don't even have that in there. I don't think. And they said the best way to show off the colors is not to give you any backlight at all, screening at all. And that TV, that's such a rich.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
he's right.
Yeah, that's such a rich. Man, oh man, I about
no. But the 2017, you don't have to worry about that. The 2016 one is the one where you have to turn out the black light to actually get you that full effect. Yeah. The 2016 model is a little bit cheaper now. If you can find a 2016 model, I recommend you jump on that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's anybody. Yeah, go get them now. Go get them tomorrow. Do what you got to do. You know, give blood, give plasma, paint somebody's feet, cut the grass. Just
give your leg or your arm.
Yeah, do whatever you got to do. You know, shake your Laffy Taffy, whatever you got to do. You
Shake
know,
your Laffy Taffy.
All right, I just want to address somebody in the chat. You asked me why I don't like Sea of Thieves, and you're getting pissed off. You can be pissed off all you want. It's just not a game for me. I explained. You mad at the video I put up? It's not a game for me. I don't see much happening right now. Okay, I'm just not interested. It's my opinion. I'm not saying nobody else should like it. I have people that I know, my friends, that are enjoying it. So I don't have to like every game that your ass likes. So if you're mad, get over it. Okay. That's it.
Not even a 4K chicken can save it for Princess. She chased the chicken and the pig, and it didn't do nothing for her. So
I fought the game. I did everything. I tried everything in the game. It's just not for me. Okay, I just don't see me sitting there playing it. So, and I didn't like the fact that it was bare bones. If the jackass was listening, I said in my video what I didn't like, and if he was listening here on the stream, I also said what I didn't like about it. Yeah. But I also said what I did like about it. I also said it had potential. Okay, so why you get butt hurt, I don't know, but you need to get over it. Go get some Preparation H and stick it up your ass. All right, get rid of your hemorrhoids.
I don't know why they get so mad. I mean, it's a service-based game. Maybe later down the line they add something, and she'd be like, "Oh, well now I changed my mind on it, and I want to play it a lot more now because it has something that interests me in it now." I don't know why they just won't stop.
Yeah. Well, I like I said before,
hold on. Greg, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
He put in caps. Listen to me. Why'd you make that? I made the video because I didn't like the fucking game and I didn't like the glitches in the game, and that's why I made the video.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, love it. Shit.
Yeah.
God
But
damn.
you did like the 4K.
But I did say it had potential. I liked the water aspect. I liked the sky. I liked the underwater graphics. I said what I liked about it. I love the music. I said what I liked about the game, and I said what I didn't like about the game. So either he's deaf, dumb, and blind, or I don't know what's wrong with him, but maybe he's doing some drugs or something. He needs to listen to me and stop trying to troll people. Shut up, dumb bitch. The goddamn chat. Shut up. I don't have to like every game everybody likes. There are games my friends like that that I like that they don't play, and there's games that they play that I don't play. All right, it just is what it is. Everybody don't have to like every game.
Yeah.
Go somebody else's stream and mess with them.
Yeah, to them, because they don't have much, you have to like their game. I mean, I like I said, there were things I liked. I like getting shot out of that cannon. I could do that probably 10 more times, and I'm like, all right. There were no fish in the water. I mean, at least where I was, I saw no fish. I saw a pig in the water and a chicken in the water and a shark. I take that back because Sick Humor got eaten up by a shark. So that was the only fish they had in the water. So that's bad, man. That's the only thing you got in the water, man. That's I'm sure they'll add stuff. So you all just have to get over it and move on. Game's got potential.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate.
Yo, bitch in the chat. What do you mean media bias? Everybody else could like it, but I don't. Everybody doesn't like it. I'm not media bias. I'm not the media, you jackass. I'm an individual.
There were
What
people
the fuck is wrong with you? Media bias. I'm not the media. Am I the media? No.
Only on Thursdays. Only on Thursdays.
No, I'm the fucking up in this bitch.
Oh shit! Oh, he's not lost his feet no more.
Oh my God! You finally made it to the shore, mate.
Yo, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I lost track of time. I have no excuses for being late. You can kick my ass later, right?
I sent you a message. You didn't get it because you have no connection at sea. I told everybody you lost.
I don't have any connection. I lost my Wi-Fi. I'm sorry.
I told everybody you lost at sea.
No. I was in the middle of a fucking. I was in the middle of doing a skeleton fortress, man. Me, baby girl, Ian, and Wolflo.
Oh, okay.
And we finished it. That's why it took so damn long. And we finally finished it. And we got all that epic ass loot and shit.
So why don't you tell
everybody? How much did I get?
Huh?
I told my impressions on Sea of Thieves because I did play it. Bear, I did play it. I broke down. I played it. Yes, I played it for about an hour and a half, and I had 2 people with me. I played it for an hour and a half. I still have my problems with it. Okay, and it's not for me. Okay, but I did my first impressions. I put it up on YouTube. Okay, and I got somebody in the chat yelling at me because he said everybody else could like it, but I'm media biased, and I'm a media now. Okay, so I guess I have my own and everything else.
Who said that to you?
Somebody in the chat.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, I'm media biased. Okay, why'd I put up the video and hating on me? Everybody else loved it. They thought it was funny as shit. But of course, we got one person.
But see that shit, man. Fuck them.
All right. If you want to talk about, because you've been playing it, more about what's going on, if you want to elaborate a little bit, go ahead.
Oh, I don't really need to elaborate on it. All I know is that the game is just fucking addictive as hell. That's all I'm gonna say. I was in Craig's chat there earlier when he was doing his show before I started playing again, and I was waiting to go down to the store. And I was trolling like a motherfucker in his chat. It was hilarious, man. Trolling like a motherfucker.
The game outlast Lawbreakers.
Yeah. Poor OBJ. He was OBJ was going
getting,
through
no,
it with,
no. See, the thing is, like, I talk about all the time, man. Me and OBJ, we go back and forth all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game is gonna murder Lawbreakers.
Oh shit! I just
can't
saw
tell you
your picture, Bear. You got the eye patch on. You got your iPad. You got your pirate patch on.
Yeah. Shout out to Dead Fortunate. He was the one that actually hooked me up with the eye patch fucking avatar. So I was like, you know what? That's perfect. Because honestly, I wanted to get rid of the picture when I found out that fucking fat fuck took the same image as me. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not dropping his name. Fuck that motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
What did I get? What did I get? I got fucking. What did I get here? Let's see. I got 2 stronghold chests, which gave me fucking about 3,000 gold a pop. I got fucking. There was 4 skulls, all the actual high tier fucking skulls, the villainous ones. No, sorry, 2 of them were villainous and 2 of them were hateful, which is the second highest tier one. The hateful one is the actual second highest tier. I got 2 boxes of exquisite fucking tea that I was able to sell to the merchant, which gave me another shitload of goddamn money. I think there was 5 chests in there too as well, all the actual high tier ones, from captain to the highest ranked tier ones you can get in the game.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, man, you've been playing that game, and that's for everybody. Fatal's been playing this game because I come home from work and they'll be playing. I'm like, I got to try to get in there with them, but then
let's just say all the loot that me, Baby Girl, Wolflo, and Ian fucking put into that shit when we sold everything off. I was at 40,000, and I jumped up and I made about 15,000 off just that one fortress raid.
Wow.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Did you see Peter Pan yet?
Wait a minute. Before I answer this question, am I fucking falling myself into a negative trap here?
Probably.
If you're gonna make some reference to like fucking Hook or some shit, bro, I ain't being part of it.
Maybe.
Even though I do have a hook in my hand, if that's the reference you're trying to make here.
It's a pirate joke.
Yeah, it's a pirate joke.
Man, fuck Peter Pan.
Well,
Peter
Bear,
Pan
let me
got
know
shit
when
on
you got
fucking
to
dudes,
find
dude.
a 4K pig. That's what I want to do.
Wait, listen, Bear, I got a question. I was trying to chase this chicken, all right? And the motherfucker, how did they cluck under the water?
They don't. They suffocate under the water. They suffocate under the water.
No, he didn't. He clucked into the water.
They do.
Clucking
If you watch the animation
and
very
he came
closely,
right back
they
out.
gasp. No, that's what they do. The thing is, if you capture
Pigs
one,
too?
pigs
too?
do as well. Yeah, pigs do as well. Yeah, if you look very closely at the animation, you can see that they're gasping for air.
That's not realistic because pigs and chickens don't run in the water.
Well,
Yes,
they don't,
under the
but-
air.
Well, actually, I'm not going to answer that question. But anyways, the thing of it is, I wouldn't know from firsthand experience. Wink, wink. But no. But anyways, no. When you grab, if you buy or not grab, not buy. Sorry, if you find or if you grab a, what do you call it there? Like a chicken coop, which is like a cage thing you put chickens in.
Yeah.
If you grab one of those and you actually manage to put a chicken in there, and when you go in the water and if you're diving, if you have like your head underwater and the actual like cage is submerged underwater, that chicken will suffocate.
Oh wow.
Cool.
It'll sit there and it'll freak out in the cage. It'll freak out in the cage and like gasp for air and
All
shit.
right, but I'm telling you,
Chicken murderer.
Wait. I put it on YouTube. Okay. I put my impressions and my screen caps on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, I'll check it out there.
No, he was not gasping underwater. He was just like walking like he was having some fun. He was like walking on land.
Yeah, he was just running away from you, man. He's just like, bitch, I don't want you touching me, man. I want you to bring me to the slaughter. Fuck you, I'm out.
And I did fight some skeletons. I did do that.
Again, they had to die twice.
I also tipped over my ship when I started by myself, but I did have 2 people join. But when I started by myself, I tipped over my boat, so I was underwater.
So you were using the galleon then, right? That's what you were using.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're using the galleon and fucking so yeah, you probably got too, I'm sure whoever the driver was got too close to the shoreline. Because see, here's the thing, right? And I keep telling people this all the time.
I was by myself, and I tried to do this by myself. And
were you too close to the shoreline? Like your controller started vibrating and shit?
No, it didn't vibrate. No.
Pause.
Was it raining
Okay,
outside?
No.
Fatal, let's play tomorrow.
I put up the sails. I put up the sails, and I tried to set sail, and the thing just went whoop.
Now you had a leak. You had a leak in your boat somewhere. You had a leak in your boat.
Whoop. No, it just went whoop.
Put it vibrating.
Whoop.
Oh, your hook probably was the anchor was probably still down.
No,
No,
I
it doesn't
pulled my
matter. You
anchor
can't
up
move when
first.
the anchor's down. You can't move when the anchor.
No, I started sailing. It was slightly rough. It wasn't really rough. It was slightly a little choppy. And then all of a sudden, my boat just went whoop.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing though. Like that's the thing. One slight little nudge on the side of your boat, you're gonna puncture a hole.
But I wasn't by the land. I wasn't by land. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, but I mean,
that's crazy, man.
Because you said you were playing with 2 other people, right?
No, that was afterwards they joined.
So you were using the slope, or were you using the galleon?
I was using the galleon.
So if you're using the galleon, okay. The galleon's got a bigger ass on it. So when you get, even if you get slightly close to the shoreline or anywhere remotely close to it, there's a shallow bit of water. There's a shallow bit of the land starts to come out in the water itself. Your galleon is going to touch that fucking part of the actual ground.
But I wasn't by land. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know. Did you get it on video?
No, I didn't get that one on video.
Oh, you should have. You should have. Yeah, you
I
should have.
should've.
And that way I could have analyzed it for you.
Yeah, they're saying if you didn't get it on video, it didn't happen.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying I don't believe her because I have.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. No.
Sick had a moment in the game where him and Ian were just driving the boat and their boat went completely ape shit and actually flew up in the air.
Wow.
Yeah,
Flew up in the
glitches.
air, dude. That shit was fucking funny.
Well, you know what the funny thing was? You'll get a kick out of this. I had 2 people join, right?
I've been seeing clips on Twitter where people are sailing along and they see a boat and they're starting to fire at it, and then it just all of a sudden just gets launched in the fucking air about 300 feet. Like it's just you can just see it as like a dot.
Yeah, I heard.
Well, listen to this shit. I had 2 people join, right? And they were doing good. You know, we were sailing. They were manning the sails and doing everything. We were all doing everything together, right? They were good. And then we got to the first place we were going to, right?
Yeah.
Now, we weren't even there 2 minutes, Bear. Not even 2 minutes, okay? These motherfuckers tried to take off in my boat on my game. They joined me.
Don't do that.
They took my boat.
Yeah, that's why you do not play with randoms. I will never play this game with random. I'll either go by myself or I'll play with people who I know. I will not fucking roll. Yep, they do that.
So I found somebody, went back to the boat, and then when I get back on the boat, they're waving at me.
Yeah, no, people will do that. People will do, because that's the thing. Because here's the thing, right? Fucking.
Oh, I found bananas too, by the way. I found the bananas and the cannonballs.
Oh, they're all over the place. They're all over the place. You just found them in barrels. Found them in barrels, or you found them in fucking ships and whatever the case may be. Like the thing is, though, like what happened with you, though, yeah, you'll get people like that. If you roll into it, if you play as a gallon by yourself, right, and you get thrown into a game by yourself, if you get 2 people that will join, more than likely it's going to be 2 friends that will join you, right? So those guys, they obviously his friends not going to vote for him to put him in the brick, right? So they sat there and they saw you as a weak spot. So like, you know what? Fuck that shit. We're gonna take off on your boat. But here's the asterisk to that, though. The thing is, what these dumbasses don't realize is that they would have took off without you, but the mermaid dude will actually spawn when he sees the boats out to a certain radius. You click on that motherfucker, boom, you're back on your boat, and they can't say shit.
Well, that's what I did. I did that. Yeah, I did that. But see, they never left me again, though. They never left me again. I played for about an hour and a half.
Around it, yeah, because like I said, there's a lot of people that, man, I'm telling you, man, a lot of people that play this game, they play this game so fucking stupid. If you want to see proof of that, just go watch Real Gamer 27's fucking video, dude. It was fucking horrible. Oh my god, dude. It was like, honestly, it was like watching 2 grown-ass men trying to figure out a Fisher-Price toy.
What's wrong with that?
It was fucking no, it was cringeworthy, dude. It was cringeworthy as a motherfucker, dude, watching them trying to fucking like, what do we do? Where do we go? Who do we talk to? It's like, really, motherfucker? Do you really need a game to hold your fucking hand? Nah, bro, man, get the fuck out of here.
You know what's funny? I was getting ready for the podcast, but I had my Xbox on, right? I look up, and all of a sudden I saw on the side Sea of Thieves, and like says friends that are playing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking Bear.
Yo, I was in a party with 4 people, man. I'm in a party right now with 4 people.
I told everybody in the chat that you were lost at sea. So
I was lost at sea. I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi disconnected.
And then I sent you a message, join when you can. I'm like, and you show up like at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was in the middle of doing that fortress, man. And I did not want to fucking give up on that because the thing is with those fortresses is that
Rambo,
anybody
you're in here twice, right? Rambo?
No. Yeah, I had to jump onto my phone, and so I'm still signed in on my computer, so that's the reason why you see 2 of me.
Oh, okay. And I'm like, what the hell happened? How do am my eyes going cross or some shit? That's two Rambos. What the fuck?
I'm so great that I'm in here twice. Like they just can't
oh shit. Now the shit is really fine. I gotta get my boots up. Too deep here. Shit's too deep.
But I will say this though. I will say this before we end this, just real quick. This is gonna be the last thing I'm gonna say about CFDs. I am going to do a review on this game when I reach the end goal. And a lot of people say that there is no end goal. Actually, there is an end goal, believe it or not.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Most people that reviewed the game within 24 hours only played it for less than 5 fucking hours. But yet when you read their review or you watch their review, there's no mention that you can fucking get quests by other means without even talking to an NPC. There's no mention of that whatsoever. There's no mention of the sunken ships that you get to explore to loot extra shit on the side. None of that shit. Therefore, on top of that too as well, the end goal is to become exactly what Rare wants you to become, a fucking legendary pirate. So you can get access to the legendary hideout. And on top of that, get your own customized fucking legendary boat.
Really?
None of those fucking reviews talked about that shit because nobody has done it yet.
None of them?
Yeah.
Good point.
I'm almost halfway there.
I know somebody who did it.
Who?
That's impossible.
Blackbeard.
Oh, fuck off. That is the end goal. Nobody fucking knows how the legendary fucking quests go. And from what Rare said, they are different to that of the actual merchant, the fucking gold hoarder, and whatever you want to call it. So therefore, they reviewed an unfinished fucking playthrough of the game.
Yep.
So
right,
fuck
Bear,
those people that reviewed the game.
I got a question for you. If I try to get back on, would you play with me?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a 4-man party right now, but if
No, not right now. I'm not talking about right now. I'm not talking about
next
right
time
now.
you're on, yeah, of course.
All right. Because I'll give it another shot. You know, like I said, it was only an hour and a half. Okay, but I wanted to be able to see some things for myself, so I talked about it. I could talk about what I saw. You know what I'm saying?
That I'd rather see somebody. Look, if you don't have any interest in it, but at least you played it and you actually gave it an honest to God try, then you earn my respect for that.
No,
I see most people in the chat have never even played it. They'll never fucking play it. They're going based on what they see, and they don't realize that their experience themselves would be vastly fucking different than anybody else. I've been on multiple islands, multiple of the same islands more than once, and I still see new shit all the fucking time.
Yeah.
All the fucking time.
I'm just not interested.
I think it depends on the mission that you're on too.
Not even that. Not even that. You can get the same mission. You can get the exact same mission, but the adventure will always play out different every fucking time because you're not going to find the same treasure buried in the exact same spot every time. Yeah. It's randomly generated.
I might just break down and get it.
Like I said, the game has potential.
It does. It's got very.
They got a good deal, and they just need to add more.
Now,
but Bear, I did say that though. Just what Craig is saying. I did say it does have potential. I did say that. I love the music in it,
and it does.
Listen, it does have. I can see that there's a lot of potential and a lot of things that could be added to the game. Okay. I also said I love the water. Okay, the water is phenomenal.
Water.
Right, but I swam underneath and I saw the graphics underneath. I thought that was great. I took pictures of the sky. I thought that was beautiful. Okay, there were some parts of the game that I did think were good. Okay, I just don't think right now there's not enough that I see. Okay, from the time I played, you know, that I saw that would hold my interest long enough to keep playing it. And like I said, I agree with you. If you ain't got friends or people you could play with, it's boring. It's not the same. It's not going to be the same. The experience is going to be totally different.
And, you know what game is really boring though? Despite outside of Sea of Thieves, I will agree that Sea of Thieves can be boring for a lot of people. I totally can get behind that. But you know the game that also is boring as fucking hell?
What?
Well,
Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh.
What?
Shadow of the Colossus is one of the biggest bore fest games I've ever fucking played in my life.
See, I like
Don't say that. Don't say that. You'll get death threats. Don't say it.
I know that's what I'm saying. I'm just trolling.
When I played it, when it came out on PS2,
what? How dare you talk about that?
Oh,
it was fun.
I thought you were serious at first.
A lot of quiet time.
I haven't even played Shadow of the Colossus yet, man.
Really?
I love that game. That's actually a really good game.
I love it.
Yeah, he's just trolling.
Yeah.
But nah, Rare. That's a decent game. I think the problem is, Bear's right. Fatal's right. You do need to be at minimum 2 other people with you, because he may see something that I don't see. You know, and so that's always good. And it's not a bad game. It just I felt bad that people are like it's like No Man's Sky. I'm like, and like No Man's Sky, they added more stuff to it the game got better. Rare will probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
Now, we'll have to wait and see.
If
Rare
anybody
would
thinks
definitely. I
that-
know Rare.
Hopefully
The
it doesn't
game's got a
take
lot of
them-
opportunity,
hopefully it
man. To
don't take
fucking
them a
open place,
year.
dude.
there's no way in hell that Microsoft would have greenlit this game if they weren't going to support it. Like, there's just no way, because Microsoft cancels so many fucking games that aren't going to be supported or aren't in their view of the way games should be. And there's no way in hell that they would have greenlit Rare to launch this game the way it is if they weren't going to support it. So I mean, it's just going to be a matter of time. I don't think it'll be a year. I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be within 6 months. You'll see more content added to it.
Oh, 3 months.
I think it's
Every
gonna-
3
I think
months.
It's got to be sooner.
No, it's going to be every
like
3 months.
Warframe.
They already said that it was going to be every 3 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's gonna end up like how Warframe did at the beginning, and then they slowly start adding stuff to it and adding stuff to it. Now Warframe is like this monster right now that everybody.
This
even
is like-
games like No Man's
this is
Sky
one
got
of
the
the-
exact same thing
Yeah.
too as well, man.
This is like one of the bad
But
things
I think
about
the thing
games as a service, though.
I think the thing with No Man's Sky, it just took them too long, and a lot
It
of
did.
people just
It
don't
did.
want to go back.
No, and it did.
I
agree with
It took
that.
them
I
a
agree
whole
with that.
year.
Yeah, but I mean the one thing about games as a service is if you don't understand that when you buy into it the way that it's going to work, it kills the player base quickly.
Yeah.
So I mean that's the thing is that I mean they're going to have to do a better job with these games as a service to launch with more content up front, so that way it keeps the players engaged until the next update or stuff.
Or if they're gonna do it as
Good
bad as
shit,
they're
baby.
doing it,
Good fucking
then
shit.
it needs to come out quick.
Yeah.
Well, the
yeah.
problem is that they aren't doing a good job explaining what they're doing, why they're doing it. Microsoft their Xbox is a service-based console. Now, are they going to come out and say what I said? No. Okay, but it is a service-based console. You're not going to get games in complete mode. That's just, I mean, you will. The third-party games will be like that. They're first-party IP. That's not what they're doing. Third-party.
Whoa.
You better whoa it, mister.
You
Whoa,
think
what?
State
Whoa,
of
what?
Decay? You think State of Decay is going to launch with half its content taken out of the game?
I don't think it's going to be complete.
Oh my Christ,
But I'm
dude!
not.
We're already
I don't
playing
think-
games that are not
Decay is
even
gonna be-
complete.
I don't think State of
That
Decay is
doesn't
going to
really
be
mean
a
games for
service-based
service.
game.
Doesn't mean shit.
Well, what I mean, games as a service means they're going to add stuff in as we go along. They need
What's
to
to
be
say? What's to say
upfront.
that Sea of Thieves itself could have been the way that it was designed right from the get go? We don't know that. We can only
Oh,
speculate.
well, that's what I'm saying. And they
We
did
can
not. And they
speculate
did
that.
not tell people that.
Yeah,
So,
they did.
Actually,
They did.
actually,
And
believe
if
it or
you
not,
look at
no,
yeah,
no, time
everything
out,
they told
time
us
out,
about
time
Sea of
out.
Thieves has been true so far.
Time out. Sea of Thieves had
Well,
all
they
of its
did.
content. Hold on, time out. Sea of Thieves had all of its content fucking revealed before Game Pass ever existed.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And they're still adding to it. Therefore, it's
Yeah,
incomplete.
therefore, yeah, but
Which is
it does
fine.
not mean that it's not. Oh, never mind. It does not mean just because it's on Game Pass does not mean that that's the reason why it's gonna fucking the reason why content was fucking taken out of the game.
No, I mean this. They're not finished. They're going to constantly support the
Yeah,
game.
they're gonna
That's the-
exactly, dude. Just like what MMOs fucking do. Okay,
Yeah,
if
it's an
anybody here in the
MMO.
chat,
It's not
anybody here play Guns of Icarus?
No, I haven't played that,
Oh,
but I
crap.
have played Blade and Soul and Final
No. The
Fantasy.
reason why I'm saying Guns of Icarus specifically because that game is the same fundamental design as what this game is. Not from the gameplay standpoint.
That's that other pirate
It's a
game, ain't it?
four-player. Like you fly around in like these blimp ships, whatever you want to call it. It's like a PvP centric game. That's what this game is.
Right.
Yeah. And the guy in the chat said Fatal's the only one that understands the game. No, the bottom line is that what Microsoft is doing, they need to get out and do a better job of explaining it.
No,
They
this
just
is
need to
what-
come out and
this
say
what you
we're
need to do. Craig. If you check out this dude called Clean Prince Gaming, he has everything that you need to know about this exact game. If you take
Yeah, I
check
understand
that dude out,
what
Clean,
about the game.
that's
You're
what I'm saying. Everything that he's
I
saying
understand
about the
what
game
they're
is what
doing.
Rare has said about the game.
Yeah, I understand what Rare wants to do. The issue is that they did not do a good enough job PR-wise to get everybody else
That's
to understand.
Microsoft's fucking
said
fault.
the game.
That's Microsoft's
Well,
fucking fault.
but
Xbox's fault.
that's what they always said about Microsoft. I've always said that.
Yeah,
Craig's
they're not,
right. They don't do PR right. They don't do PR right.
Yeah, they're
they
messaging because look, if they come out and say we're going to do service-based games, so you're going to get your game, whether it be Game Pass or you go rent it at Redbox or whatever, and you're only going to get this much game while we bring in more support, people won't buy that shit, and they know it. So once we we got Sea of Thieves. The game that's going to come out that's going to be similar is State of Decay. Another game coming out that will be similar will be Crackdown 3. This is what they're doing. Okay, unless it's a
is it what they're doing?
No.
That's the thing.
I don't think,
is it 100% factual what they're doing?
State of Decay is not going to be a service-based game.
State of Decay, okay, we'll see. If it comes out a complete game,
the developers themselves from Undead Labs confirmed it during an act. If there's a video on their fucking channel right now, they're fucking correct. If you go and watch their fucking video,
the first one wasn't a service-based game. Why would they make the second one a service-based game? I mean, that's just common sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Secondly, on top of that too, as well, the developers behind fucking Save Decay 2 fucking said on their official YouTube channel for their Undead Labs channel, no more than like I want to say a half a week ago when they were talking about IGN's footage, they said when the game gets released on Game Pass, it's a complete fucking game.
Yeah, same thing with Crackdown.
Okay, now the first State of Decay, was it a single player game or was it a co-op game?
Yeah, it was a single player game.
The first one
fans asked for it. Okay. That was the biggest thing that people wanted from the first game. Who fell in love with the first game? They wished that it was co-op.
Yeah.
You can play State of Decay by itself. You can play State of Decay 2 by itself. You're not always going to be connected to a multiplayer server.
Right.
Yeah, I have to stay correct. See, if that game comes out and it's not complete, I'm gonna be blasting.
Here, all Microsoft is doing with Game Pass here is competing with PS fucking Now. That's their answer. That's all it's there for. I don't understand why people have a hard time thinking that.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand what Game Pass is. It would be nice if they mess with this game. They did not message with this as the other game that Cliffy B did. Somebody brought up Lawbreakers. They didn't message that game very well. So, and it got killed when it came out.
It was all over the place. It was all over E3.
Yeah. Lawbreakers didn't know what it wanted to be.
Yeah.
Exactly. Lawbreaker, that's exactly right. The identity crisis was not, the identity crisis is what killed Lawbreakers, dude.
Yeah. The game was fun. The game Lawbreakers was fun, but it just nobody knew how to play it. And it didn't do a good job at explaining how to play it. And everybody that played it was playing it like it was hard.
No, I agree.
What you just said, you made my point for me. They was
going to have something like Game Pass originally implemented, because if you look back at their plan for the original Xbox when it came out, that Game Pass sounds exactly like that. It sounds damn near like that, like digital, whatever, game sharing. That's the whole thing.
Well, that's the thing. See, the thing is, what bothers me, this is the main thing, the issue that bothers me, right? And look, and I'm not trying to defend Microsoft here, but it's laughable to me when I see a lot of people on the Sony side who sit there and claim that Game Pass is like this fucking negative thing. Not you, Craig. I'm just speaking in generality. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's negative, it's all that crap," but that whatever the case may be. What the fuck do you think PS Now is? PS Now is a worst fucking overpriced service. It's a streaming service on top of that. Nobody fucks with that shit. Now, I guarantee you one thing. I'll tell you this right now. If PS Now did allow you to download your fucking games, people would be all over that shit like shrimp fried fucking rice, man.
And if it was $2, I'd be all over that.
With the happy sauce.
Exactly. Yep. No, fuck that with the extra Big Mac sauce.
Yeah.
But that's my point.
Barry, the only thing is, I don't think they were competing with that. I think this was their goal the whole time, because if you go back and look at the plans, this Game Pass is Microsoft's to do the Game Pass the whole time. I don't think they were competing with them.
No. They're well. It's kind of ironic that a year after, not a couple years, but a couple years afterwards, fucking. If they wanted to, well, actually, no. You're probably right.
They were
about
talking
that.
about no. They were talking about this for a while. They were talking about digital and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
this
but if you go back and read what it says all the way back in 2014, there's a Kotaku article, and I talked about this even on Craig. I think it was on your podcast last week or something like that, or somebody else's podcast that I was doing. They said like 6 months after the console launched in 2014, right? November something is when the console launched. In March 31st, they came out, and the actual Nadella came out and basically stated in the articles on Kotaku, you can see it for yourself if you don't fucking believe me. They talked about mobile. They talked about fucking putting stuff on their iPhones, on mobile devices, tablets, and PC. PC was the first start of that bridge. This is nothing new. Them putting stuff on other devices is nothing new. At the time, Craig brings up a good point, though. At the time, nobody believed it. And 4 years later, people are believing it now because now Phil Spencer brought it back into actual fucking question. But they've always had that in goal. They've always wanted to share their experiences.
That's what I was saying. That's what I said.
But again,
it was always the goal.
But it's not going to be Game Pass. It's not going to be Game Pass. It's going to be on these devices. You think Game Pass, most of the games are going to be able to run on the Switch? You think fucking Halo 6 is going to be able to run on the fucking Switch without not behind on a download?
Yes, it will.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. They're coming out with another Switch.
Here's the thing.
That's speculation. That hasn't been confirmed yet.
That phone shit and fucking their tablet stuff, whatever the case would be, for all we know, could very well be certain games that could be going on a streaming service that is going to be across these devices.
Listen,
we don't know.
PUBG is on mobile, and PUBG runs pretty good, man. You know, I'm telling you.
PUBG is not a Microsoft
why
game,
is PUBG
though.
on mobile running better than the Xbox One X version?
You know why?
That's fucking that cracks me up. But no, but I mean,
that does crack me up too.
Even if Microsoft does, here's the thing, and I said this before on another show, Microsoft's going to give those people, those diehard people that want the hardware and whatever the case may be for their next Xbox console, those people are going to still go out and buy it. Microsoft needs to have incentive. Game Pass is going to be an actual incentive for that console and console only. The streaming service, however, the cloud-based crap, or the fuck you want to call it, power of the cloud, it's going to be a side order for these other tablets and phones and other devices, and Sony's not going to allow that shit on their console. They're not going to allow Microsoft paid fucking subscription on their console. Here's the thing. No. What I'm saying though, here's the thing. That streaming service, man, is not going to. The console gamers that want the Xbox next gen, and believe it or not, I don't care what anybody tells me, man, there's going to be a dedicated group of people there because there were dedicated people that bought the fucking Wii U after all. There's going to be a dedicated bunch of people that will buy the next Xbox console. Microsoft is going to have some form of incentive there for you to want to go out and buy that shit. For all we know, games like Halo, Gears, and the main stable franchise, like for the core audience, will never come to this streaming service. We don't fucking know. None of us know. We can only speculate because on what he fucking specifically stated. Go back and read the recent articles. There's not a single game that was mentioned. He just said Microsoft exclusive IPs. For all we know, that he could be talking about Super Lucky's Tale. He could be talking about other IPs that are not the core audience related ones. It could be casual crap, man. For all we fucking know, we don't know.
It could be Avatar games.
There you go.
I still think that we have at least 2 generations before that streaming come out.
But here's the thing, though.
Everybody's speculating it's going to start this year. No,
it's not going to start. It's not going to start for a couple more years.
Well, not start, but I think that they're going to this E3. Everybody's going to this next E3 thinking that PlayStation and Xbox are going to be announcing new consoles when it's not going to happen. I think they're going to go in that E3 and be disappointed that a PS5 is not coming.
Well, nobody's saying that at all. I've not heard anybody say that. Yeah, I've not heard anybody say that, man.
You've been in these Facebook groups, you'll see it.
I've only heard Xbox guys saying about a PS5.
That's all. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that.
No, I've seen the PS4 because Bang Bang is now a PS4 group now. Because Bang Bang is now a PS4 group now.
But look, at the end of the day,
I've seen nothing but PlayStation guys talk about PS5 coming. They're going to announce it this year.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day,
2020, I think.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that, Rambo. I hear at the end of the day, regardless of what people may think, there is going to be a next PlayStation. There is going to be a next fucking Nintendo down the line, 10 years down the line.
Yeah.
Fuck, you get rid of the Switch, and there is going to be another Xbox. People that are sitting there saying, "Oh, there's not another Xbox," you're in fucking denial. You don't pay attention or listen to fuck all.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah,
I'm telling
we
you,
were talking about a new Xbox. It's going to be. We were talking about that earlier before you got on. Me and Craig were laughing about this. It's going to be 8K.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever they do is whatever they do. But there is going to be a next Xbox console. They've already fucking have confirmed it numerous times that they're not getting out of the gaming industry, man. So people that think that, man, stop. You sound fucking retarded.
I always said that
before the X came out, he said they already was in the next Xbox was already in development.
I got a question.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Since when do consoles have to be announced at E3? They could they can make another event to do
GDC if they wanted to, man. Look, E3 is.
They always, if y'all notice, PlayStation and Xbox always have their own like launch part or reveal party.
Yep.
It's always in a February or March time frame.
Exactly.
So it's never going to be at E3 again. So I don't know why anybody keeps thinking E3. Yeah. They're not going to eat up E3's time to launch a console.
Companies don't even want to be at E3 anymore. Like, come on now.
No, yeah, E3 is slowly starting to become irrelevant now.
Like,
it's just there
because everybody's doing their own thing and actually making better strides with their own thing.
Yep. I mean, a lot of people will sit there when Nintendo fan like, well, that's because Nintendo hit stride with their Nintendo Direct. Fuck off.
No.
I mean, it could be. I mean, who knows? It could be. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Who knows?
I don't know. PlayStation was doing PlayStation Experience long before Nintendo ever started doing the Direct.
Yeah.
Wait, Nintendo Directs?
And the thing with PS5 is that those dev kits are circulating. So you can expect a console announcement.
I don't think so.
20.
No, they're not. The kits are not. Okay, first of all, the dev kits are not circulating. There's no dev kit out there right now. The only thing that's actually out there is that PlayStation has given them an idea of what the next PlayStation is going to be.
Yeah.
And they have started actually working with PC hardware that's comparable to the actual PlayStation, the next PlayStation. It's not an actual dev kit. This console is not done.
No.
Like I don't know why they always tell people, tell the developers, all right, this is the kind of specs we're looking for, and they start building a PC around that, and then start actually creating the hardware, start creating the games based on that. They don't say, like there's no way a dev kit's out there, and we're still waiting another year and a half. Like they're not going to put dev kits in the hands of developers 2 years in advance.
Right.
Yeah, somebody just got in the chat. Ready at Dawn's working on a game. Yeah, this stuff's pretty much already been confirmed.
Yeah.
I mean, if they've got stuff out there, they're pushing. They're pushing some games. Even Tales was the Tales.
Nobody confirmed it.
Am I saying that right? That is maybe confirmed.
Craig, nobody confirmed that, dude.
Nobody has confirmed that the next gen hardware is out there. The only thing that has been confirmed is Cyberpunk 2077 has said they're working on that game for next gen. But the thing is, the only way they can do that is by just guessing or by being told either a small little thing about what next gen is going to be like.
Right.
But, nobody has confirmed that there's actual dev kits out there. It's just been some stupid ass rumor out there.
Yeah.
Nobody's confirmed that.
But probably that Star Wars game, Rambo, the one that Visceral was working on, that's probably going to be a next generation game.
No, I mean that Visceral. No, they cut that. They killed.
No,
that.
but it went over to someone else, and they're probably going to use the assets. That's going to turn into something.
Who told you? Wait. Who told you that it went over to somebody else? Because it didn't.
It went over to EA
that was
Vancouver
killed.
or something like that.
No, it was killed completely. They do not want to make a single player Star Wars game. They said that's.
I know what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about. Before they completely scratched it, they did put it over to somebody else.
But then they trashed it.
And then they trashed it. I know what you're talking about.
The sad part of that is where
somebody at Ubisoft said that the next consoles they were already. I mean, I'm not saying all right. They already are working on what that console is going to be. So they are already
they're working on it, but they don't have an actual dev kit.
Yeah,
okay,
there's
so
no dev kits out there yet. Only time they're gonna get dev kits.
Now, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, what'd you say? I was trying to hear what you were saying.
Yeah. Oh, me? Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know if it was Ubisoft's. I don't know if it was their creative director. They've already said it. I mean, I can try to pull the article and do something on it tomorrow, but they pretty much has said they're already developing stuff for the next consoles.
Well, yeah,
so
because they have an idea. Yeah, they have an idea of what it is, and they're working. Yeah, and the specs are. Yeah, the specs are.
You don't need a dev kit hardware. They don't.
No, because they just start building it on PC.
Well, that's exactly. But remember what I told you before, though. Craig, man. Is that the specs that you see that Sony gave to these devs, they're never going to be exactly what's going to be in the actual final console itself.
I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, we're both on the same page with that. So, but what they're working on is something close to an i5 processor or something like it, and something that's going to give them the graphics of something called a 1060. That's it.
Oh no, I don't know. I think they're working on that.
And it's going to be
I think they have a Ryzen Vega APU, because those things are actually like running pretty cheap right now. And so the APU I think is going to be a Ryzen Vega, because that's the only thing that's actually going to give them a next gen jump. And I like that they're already running with basically a 1060 now.
Yeah.
Well, Craig, we might see the Ryzen chip, Craig.
What we're telling you, though, Craig, there's no dev kit circulating anywhere, though.
Yeah.
They have an idea of what the specs are going to be, and they work on it from the PC before they even.
Yeah, just trying to work with it and see what they can do.
They get a head start on it. Yeah, they get a head start on it, and then once they get the dev kits, they can tone it down to where they need to tone it down to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to disagree because I've got a pretty good source, but okay, we'll see. But I still predict 2020.
Oh, he got that inside information.
Yeah. What I was told was
that's probably why some of those PlayStation guys in Bang Bang are talking about a PS5 being announced this year.
No, that was okay. Look, that was an NPD analyst that said it could have been this year.
I found most of the people in Bang Bang are just kind of dumb.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna be something.
Bang Bang is like a collection of like the dumb. Bang Bang has been a collection of like the dumb gamers, man. Like I've seen some of the posts and it's like, dear God, man.
That's what I'm saying. They probably been watching some of these videos from the pro PS4 and stuff like that, and they probably caught wind of Craig's video, and they, his source putting out half truths and stuff.
His source is the guy at Best Buy. I'm just fucking with you, Craig.
Wait, hold on. I know what you're. Hold on, Craig. I know exactly what your source is, man. Your source is that big ass tub of Xbox butter in the corner of your fridge. It makes perfect
sense. You're saying butter, and it's like going PS5.
Yep, it is, right?
No,
that Xbox fucking top off my mug.
It's actually his chicken clucking. And doing that. He buttered his chicken up and he's clucking around the room saying, PS5.
Now, there is one thing, though. There's one thing I will say that I do agree with Andrew Wilkins on, man. Or Andrew Wilson. Sorry, not Andrew Wilkins, whatever the fuck that name is. But Andrew Wilson. When he sat there and he has said numerous times in your chat and other people's chats too as well that Xbox people like game like shit. Yeah. I've witnessed that firsthand. I've seen my fair share of a couple of Xbox people that only dick ride Xbox, and I saw them stream fucking Sea of Thieves. And oh my Christ. Oh my Mother Mary and Jesus, my gamer soul is hurt. Holy fuck.
Well, you said that. Yeah, you said they were trying to play like they were playing Call of Duty.
No, I'm not even referring to Real Gamer 27. I've actually seen other things after that dude that I saw from other fucking YouTubers who were playing this shit.
Oh, really?
Dear fucking God.
It was awful.
It was, dude.
Trash.
Awful's not even a word. Not even a word to describe how bad these motherfuckers are.
I've been on Xbox
people
for a while,
just
and I know what he's talking about. I've seen some people, and I've watched some of their gameplay, and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Are they serious?
No, and I agree. The thing is, like, Andrew Wilson's like, you're just noticing that now? Like, I'm sure that's what he's going to eventually say. Here's the thing, though, is that any game that I played so far, from like Gears to Recore, whatever the case may be, I didn't bother to watch anybody else play. But see, at these I want to see what other people are experiencing and what they're saying about the game. And when I saw a couple of videos today on YouTube that people randomly uploaded of them playing the game, oh my God, dude. I've never seen a guy fucking, like, the communication aspect, dude, is not there. Like, it doesn't exist.
Well, you should be that guy. You got to help these guys out, man.
It's not my job. It's not my job to help these fuckers out, man. If they can't learn a game for what it is, it's not. Why should I be the one responsible to help them out with that?
Exactly.
First of all, if you're a real gamer, you should learn. You should know how to get through a fucking game, whether it's a good game or a bad game. Whether it's a good game or a bad game, you know how to maneuver yourself around the game. If you're a real gamer, if you're not, then you're just some casual trying to do something that, on a fly by night shit, whatever you want to call it, and just flying by the seat of your pants or whatever, and don't know what you're doing. But if you're a
you bring up a good point.
You know how to get through any fucking game, whether it's good or listen. I'm a gamer, okay? Now I said I wasn't gonna play Sea of Thieves, but I said no. If I'm gonna talk about it, I gotta try it. I gotta do that, okay? And I did it. Okay, and I got through different parts of that fucking game.
Yeah.
Whether I enjoyed it or not is not the point. The point is I was able to get through what I had to do.
Yep.
I learned my way through the game. I figured it out.
The only real games that actually test your gamer card are Dark Souls games. Any Souls games will test your gamer card to the realest.
Oh yeah, those games
too.
yeah,
exactly. No, you're both right on that. You're both right on that. It'll test your gaming skills and your patience. You're right.
You'll be questioning yourself. You'll be like, God, am I actually this terrible? I've died 58 times on this one boss.
No, you're right though. You're absolutely right, because those games are tough.
Yeah.
And see, but those are the games that people don't want to. The hardcore game will play them. The other gamers will not play them because they can't get through them.
I hate to bring his name up, but Smooth is that dude. He's actually testing his gamer card.
No, but he's testing it with help. He got a lot of help.
So
I can't. I can't give him credit for that because
cry.
I can't give him credit for that.
He almost about to cry.
That's okay, Andrew. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's why I brought up in the conversation, dude, because that dude right there is a prime example of a video that I saw, and I was just like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
I bet he was already asking about I bet he was already asking about microtransactions and everything.
Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Now I do agree with the progression aspect, even though it's kind of there, but whatever the case may be, I'm not trying to DC that. I do agree to an extent. However, let it be known. I'm going to throw this out there because for the longest time, we've always bitched, moaned, cried, and whined, right, about microtransactions for cosmetic gear.
Yep.
Right? Rare comes out with a game, and even though its progression is through the actual repetition of the system, even though it's very, very light, I'm saying very, very light. It's there, but it's kind of not. That's why I'm saying very light. However, their cosmetics are not locked behind a fucking paywall. All their cosmetics are there that you can buy outright with in-game money. Every single thing from your ship to your fucking way your character looks to your hat to your goddamn ball sack. Not literally, you get the idea. Point is that I find
buy my ball
you had to go there.
I had to go.
You had to go there, man. Right?
Hey, I'm just saying. Look. I found a fucking island that looks like a gaping asshole with a ball sack sticking off of it. Okay, so I don't want to hear shit. No. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, I'm not trying to make any excuses per se. Look, I love the game. I love fucking. I'll defend it to my heart's content to a reasonable consensus. But I do understand the complaints, and I can get behind a lot of those complaints. Does it bother me, those complaints? No, because I'm having a blast with the game, and I understand the game, and I love the game to death. But I understand why a lot of people don't, and I respect people for that. However, complaining about
cosmetic, I don't mind cosmetic.
It's not.
I don't mind the cosmetic transactions.
Here's another proof here right now. There, fucking Craig. If Rare wanted to be a fucking dick, they could have released this game for a full fucking price, $60, even though they still did. But they could have locked those cosmetics, men, for fucking behind a microtransaction paywall if they honestly wanted to. And they didn't.
Okay, but there's been several games announced. MLB The Show's coming out next week.
Nobody gives a fuck about MLB The Show.
Okay, well, there's other people doing it.
I'm kidding, Craig. I'm kidding.
I know, but like I said, I gave
truth be told, trolling aside and jokes aside, trolling aside, MLB The Show sells magnificently well every fucking year. Every year. And it is a good baseball game. Yo, trust me, I'm not hating on the game. I like MLB, man. Well, I used to love MLB back in the day when Blue Jays were actually the shit, but they suck now. But no, it's just baseball. I mean, like that's a very, very niche audience right now as far as gaming side goes. But it still sells rather well, and that's why they keep releasing one every year. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, fucking just chillax, relax, take a breather. So everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be good. You guys got fucking. You guys gotta kill a couple of more weeks until God of War comes out, and that game is gonna be the fucking bomb, yo. But does that game really need to be compared?
How do you guys? That's the question I want to ask. How do you guys feel about the leveling up system that they put into this God of War?
Oh, I think it's badass.
Do you think it's gonna break a lot of people off from this? Because I know the developer said himself, it's kind of like Dark Souls, but he didn't take everything from Dark Souls.
Oh no!
I guess he put his kind of spin on it.
I think that element is what is a big attraction for me because I love games with RPG elements like that are implemented into a game. Yeah. And I would easily say that I'd rather have that system than the old school system of nothing.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
You know what I mean? Because that to me, if you want a definition of progression, that's definition of progression.
The hardest difficulty in that game is going to be fucking difficult hell. Like they made this game to where it's going to be it's going to be one where he said that he wants to make a game where every interaction with an enemy you have to think about your battle before you go into it. Like you don't just mindlessly run in there and fight. So this thing is going to be like an interesting take, and I'm glad they actually were able to do a different way with that.
I really like this new direction, man.
Yeah, with that being said, I know how we feel about that. But this developer actually said Dark Souls-like.
And I'm fine with that.
When it comes to the gameplay, and I know, but a lot of people don't like the Souls games. And do you think that's going to break? Because they can't fucking play it. They don't know how to adapt.
Exactly.
They don't know how to adapt. I know us on this panel like those games, but for the people that God of War how it was and the progression like it was, do you think that's going to break them away from this?
Yeah, I think it'll hurt it some. I think they'll buy it in the beginning thinking that it's not going to be that hard, and then you'll be seeing a lot of complaints on Twitter and stuff afterwards.
Ooh, who are you?
Yeah, I want to address somebody in the chat real quick. No, I'm enjoying my PS4, okay, and no, I'm not rushing no PS5. There ain't no reason to rush.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
the PS5 is coming out. The PS5 is going to come out around 2020, like that. Yeah. Like they're prepared.
But they're asking me if I ever
already.
No, they're trying to. No, this.
What I think 2020 reveal.
I'm sorry, I just got somebody that fucking favorited one of my tweets, and the chick's fucking hot as fuck. So I'm following her. Anyways, continue.
Well,
I'm a sad Canadian. I'm sorry.
The PlayStation studios that have already made their game are already starting to work on launch titles for the PlayStation 5. Like it's happening, but it's not going to happen until like around 2020. There's no reason to rush it.
Yeah.
No, there is none. No,
they're not.
The PS4 is doing fine just now.
Yeah,
they're not jumping off their. They're not jumping off their money train.
Yeah.
I think they're going to reveal. I think they're going to reveal.
You're going out, Cortavius.
That gives them more.
Cortavius, you're breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I said I think they're gonna reveal in 2020, sometime around the end of the year of 2020, and release in 2021. Probably around the same time they did the PS4, the November time frame. I think that's their physical year. That's when their physical year starts over again.
Yeah, 2020 or 2021 before March, because that's the end of the fiscal 20 year. Now, NPD, there was an NPD analyst that said they could launch it now. Now, what I found out about that is all Sony is waiting on is for the 4K adoption rates to go up. That's it. They are ready to
even that don't make sense though.
Well,
right. I mean, I don't know. That don't make sense to me, but it could be true. It could be true.
Well, I mean, they want the U.S. rate to be minimum at least 37%.
But why would they wait on just the U.S. to be? You know what I'm saying? When most of the countries probably already, when most of the other countries are already, probably already higher than we are at that right now.
I don't see them waiting on that. I don't see.
Actually, that's not true. We're the lead place in 4K.
No, I don't know about that. Like we're the lead in 4K adoption rate because we're always behind. There's over. Did you say we are the lead?
Right now we're a little under. I think we're at 21%.
There's no way we're the lead though because there's actual 4K content being broadcasted overseas, but we're still broadcasting in fucking 720p here. Like there's just no way that we are the lead as far as
Japan.
Japan is broadcasting in 8K.
Yeah, exactly. Japan is so fucking far ahead of us as far as things that we're doing now. Like we're now like 4K. Just
okay. How many people are in Japan?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, Japan is not the only country that they sell in, though. So what I'm saying is, though, why would they just wait on the U.S. to get at a certain percentage? Because I know they sell a lot of consoles here, but they sell a lot more in all the other countries.
Overseas,
and they're way ahead of us. Why would they wait on us? That's what I'm saying.
That's just what they're doing. That's the market. Why do movies release here before they release in China? China's got
because
more people.
most of them are made here.
China's because they don't.
Well, Craig, your logic sometimes
you
is
can't.
You
can't use.
Most of them are made here.
China
That's why.
as an example because the reason why China is like so far behind in that is because they have to go through so many hoops and red tape to get anything launched over there.
Yeah,
like that's the reason why. That's the reason why China is like that.
Yeah,
like that. Like you can't.
There's 128 million people in Japan. They may. I'm not saying that they're not leading because in Japan is mostly mobile, the mobile gaming market. So we are the heavy.
That's probably why Microsoft wants to push more of the power of the cloud for a streaming service. They want to get the Japanese market involved.
The only problem is they will never get the Japanese market.
No, they never will. I know they never will.
Yeah.
They never will touch that
handheld specific.
Yeah, that's a handheld market. That's a big handheld market in Japan. The console market is heavier here in the States.
Go ahead, Craig. Not Craig. Fucking go ahead there, Rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh no, just I don't know. I don't agree that they're waiting on the U.S. They plan this out in advance. Like it doesn't matter if we're adopting 4K or not because the thing is with super sampling, you don't have to actually adopt 4K. So I mean, it's going to be. They're just waiting on 2020. Actually, I think. I mean, I don't think they're waiting on.
It's an either or. Okay, something gets projected to do something. All right, I'll give you an example. Justice League was projected to make $1.6 billion in 13 and a half to 14 weeks. They kept the movie out there despite it falling way short. Now,
they didn't wait on movie theaters to adopt IMAX before they.
Well, IMAX right now is niche. Yeah, I worked in the movie market. IMAX is niche, the niche market.
But they didn't bring it out because the movie was either IMAX or a 4K
What do you
screen.
mean? What do you mean? I mean, the movie has to be shot in IMAX. Most movies are not.
Well,
shot in IMAX.
well, another thing is the movies here aren't even shot in 4K.
Hey guys, listen.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys, we're getting into 4K shit. We don't even need to go there right now.
Fuck 4K.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that what he's saying doesn't make any. Why would they wait on the U.S.? That was my main point.
Yeah, no. My thing is though. I mean, we're kind of getting off track a little bit, but that's all right. My thing is that we're almost 2.5 hours in, and we gotta end this shit. Yeah, it's been 2.5 hours.
That was my fault. I'm sorry.
It's so your fault. I'm gonna blame Fatal for everything. Everything is your fault. Everything's your fault. Oh, you know what? You know what I want to tell you, Bear. I mentioned this on the podcast earlier before we go into outros. You know, it'd be great if Rare could put in here in Sea of Thieves.
What's that?
Meet up with Spinal.
I'll give you one better.
What?
I want to see a feature come in.
I want Spinal.
No.
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. What Moby Dick that bad? Don't ask. My penis pick's not available. But here's the thing. Listen to this. This is a great idea. No.
Oh Lord.
What I love to see Rare do is I would love to see give it access to the players to bury certain treasure boxes on islands around the world. The players can actually go out and find them. Leave an actual bulletin board on an outpost, and the actual player can sit there and write their own riddles, whatever the case may be, and place it on that board so people can actually go out there and find those treasure boxes that you put up there. That would be fucking dope.
I still want to run into Spinal.
Well, I agree. It's got to be Dickie Mo. Like somebody just direct message me. Not Moby Dick, it's got to be Dickie Mo.
Now, before, hold on. I want to share my screen real quick, baby girl. Do you give me permission to do so? I do. I want to get this out there. Now, tell me that you guys see this, okay? Does this not look like a gaping asshole with a fucking ball sack on it?
Yes.
There you go. Click on my name. Right. Click on my name, baby girl, so everybody in your chat sees this. I want people to see this shit. That is a gaping asshole with a ball sack attached to it. What the fuck, Rare?
Why do you look this stuff up, though?
Huh?
Why you looking that up?
They want people that hate the game to eat their ass.
Oh no, I took a screenshot of that.
Put it up
Why
again.
You looking
Put it up again.
I know you
Put it up again, man.
I just hold on. I will. Give me a second.
Put it up again.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Put up the gaping asshole with the ball sack.
I'll put it up there. Hold on. There you go.
Let me stop.
It's the gaping hole, man, with the sack.
All right, listen. On that note, we're going to do outros, okay? Because Bear's gotten a little crazy now, and he's showing his asshole. You know.
Hey, whoa, hold on. That ain't my asshole. With some spots on the map. Fuck that noise.
Oh, shit. No.
Oh, and by the way, that's not 4K, by the way. I'm playing this shit in 1080p. I don't have a shitbox X.
All right, so we're gonna do our outros now. You know, because like I said, we're 2.5 hours in, and we can save some of this for next week.
Yeah.
Anything in the microphone? Like somebody jerking off? What the fuck is that noise?
No, I'm outside. I'm outside.
All right, so we're gonna do our outros. Jordan, go ahead.
It's your voice, I'll be darn Dizzle. Yeah, it was a rocky start for me at the beginning, but I'm much better now. But yeah, have a great day, y'all. Peace.
Cortavius, go ahead.
Hey, your boy Killer K229. You can catch me on Mixer in front of you tonight for about an hour or two. We're gonna try to, me and my homeboy gonna try to run through that outbreak on Rainbow Six Siege. You can catch me at Mixer /Killer K229. Great panel and great discussion tonight. See y'all guys next week.
Sounds good. Frozen, go ahead.
Good night, everyone.
Wow, a different intro. No, you can't do because he's been doing different intros and outros. So give him a break.
Come on, man.
Don't give him no raspberry. Don't give him a raspberry.
Give him the raspberry.
At least I'm not looking up buttholes, man.
Hey, I didn't look it up, man. It was a fucking quest for a goddamn fucking treasure thing I had to go fucking do, man. It's not my fault. It was a gaming fucking semen sack hole.
Go ahead, Rambo.
Y'all come check me out on Twitter at Rambo's Corner. I'm gonna be actually playing Sea of Thieves this weekend, so I'm gonna be actually testing it out, the final game, and see what my actual thoughts on the final game are. So
sweet.
All right, go ahead, Craig.
Oh yeah, Craig Harris. Follow me on Twitter, Craig Harris 456, and enjoyed being here. And also, sorry I was late.
That's all right.
That was a great show. Great show.
We know you were mounting things. We know. Anyway, go ahead, Fatal.
Yo, guys, it's your boy Fatal Mephisto. Thanks for fucking showing up to the show. I'm off to sail the seas again. Yo, man, I fucking love this
Lord
game so
have
much,
mercy.
man. Goddamn, I can just like lick that shit dry, yo. Wait, it is kind of dry, isn't it? Fuck, never mind.
So wait a minute, you want to lick the gaping asshole?
What the fuck?
Oh shit!
All right, guys, thanks guys for showing up. I appreciate it. How about fuck out?
And you all know this. TheTitanFallPrincess, okay? Now you check out everybody's channel, sub them. They got good content. They know what they know what they're doing, okay? And hit that like button on the way out. And you know why you're gonna do everything I said? Because y'all love me. I'm out of here. Later.
Later.